Friends, family, farmers, greetings and salutations once again, live and direct from the River Center right here in downtown Davenport for night number 2 of Caged Aggression 32, No Limits. My voice is still suffering because last night the fights were absolutely off the chain, man. Incredible stoppages, just incredible matchups all around. And I want to give a big shout out and congratulations to a couple of title winners. Daisy Perez, who bested a tough Lindsey Spencer with an impressive knockout victory to become the Caged Aggression featherweight champion.
Bit of an upset.
Bit of an upset. And big shout outs to Lee Colvin, who in the last round broke his arm to still squeeze out the victory and secure and become the title of the Caged Aggression bantamweight champion. And I'm expecting nothing less but the same tonight. We have a tremendous co-main and main event, a very special co-main event tonight when Scott Ritz faces off against Clint Anderson. This is going to be Clint Anderson's final fight of his MMA career in our main event after a very tumultuous week. Josh Neal, LT great Josh Neal, will be facing off against a very tough Brady Minner. And as always, calling the action on the sticks with me is UFC Hall of Famer, trainer of champions, eater of worlds, the very first UFC welterweight champion, Pat Miletich. Pat, last night was crazy, and again, like I said, I'm expecting more of the same tonight.
I needed a nap today. Let's put it that way. But, you know, in the co-main event, Ritz versus Anderson, Ritz is a guy who's had a couple of years off. He's coming off a layoff, basically. He's a tall, lanky guy like Anderson. He's got that wrestling background, and he likes to bang a little bit. So it's all going to come down to how much that layoff has affected him. But Anderson's very good on the ground, very good with his striking, so he's a complete fighter. In terms of the main event in Minner versus Neal, look, it's a change-up, right?
It is.
Minner's coming in to replace a gentleman who was coming out of Las Vegas, but both guys are wrestlers. Minner, you know, the younger brother, fights in the UFC, but this Minner is tall, he's lanky, he's rangy, he knows how to use his leverage for wrestling, and he's the kind of guy that will take you down, beat you up for a while, and then just get up off you and make you get back up and bang with him a little bit. So, you know, in my mind, Neal, look, he's been improving constantly. Every fight that we've watched over the past several years, he's gotten better and better and better, and mainly psychologically, he's gotten a lot better and a lot tougher. So this is going to be a very, very good fight for that main event.
Well, and he's no stranger to the deep waters, and this main event, will be for the Caged Aggression welterweight championship. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Without any further ado, the champ has spoken. Let's get on the good foot and do the bad thing and throw it up to our ring announcer, Jason Vargas, to kick off night number 2 of Caged Aggression No Limits.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans of all ages, this is the moment you've been waiting for as 7G Distributing Bud Light proudly presents Caged Aggression 32 No Limits, a special 2-night event hosted by the River Center. My name is Jason, your official voice from the Camlet Cage, and it's my sincere pleasure to welcome you here for night 2, a night that's been close to 700 days in the making, almost 2 years worth of no's every time the planning process began. And as always, night 1 has left the bar set high. Last night, we saw dramatic back-and-forth wars, contenders made, and champions crowned. But tonight, there's a locker room full of athletes ready to come out and show you fans the definition of no limits. Because tonight, we have no restrictions, no unnecessary boundaries, no limits. But before the action begins, we need to give thanks to a few of the event partners. Special thanks to everybody that came together to help make this entire weekend possible. The River Center, official home of Caged Aggression MMA, 7G Distributing Bud Light, thank them often and thank them responsibly. La Quinta Inns and Suites, Ducky's Formal Wear, Galesburg, Ruby's, the official home of Caged Aggression After Parties, Tap On It, Iowa Auto Club West, Marigold, McCarl Family Racing, Yabba Dabba's House of Glass, Old Town Heating and Air, The Sneaker Vault, Elite Loyalty Combat Sports Management, Stand and Protect, Walking Window Tinting, and Dragonfly Jones Shop. Let's have a round of applause for all of this event's partners. Special thanks to our production team, Mindprint Productions, The Music Connection, and Say Uncle Photography. Much gratitude to all fighters, coaches, and teams for their tireless commitment to be here tonight, and to Caged Aggression President Mike Goodwin. Let's face it, I could stand up here all night and say all the nice things in the world, but none of them would amount to the time, effort, and sacrifice that he puts in and his family to to make this thing happen. Let's have a loud round of applause for everybody I just mentioned. All of tonight's bouts have been sanctioned by the Iowa Athletic Commission, Executive Director Dawn Chamberlain, Deputy Ben Wilson, Inspectors George Chamberlain and Benji Williams, our cage site officials for tonight, our greaseman Kevin Night Night Anderson, timekeeper Larry Stone, our judges Alex Orozco, Ian Haas, and Matt White, our cage site physician this evening, Dr. Metcalf, helping us keep track of rounds tonight, the lovely Serena, Dot, and Jessica. Pay-per-view commentary provided by Jason Bermas, Jeffery Wilson, and UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. And of course, when the action begins, our referees in charge, Josh Stewart, and the boss, Bruce Allen. Don't forget, one of the ways that we always like to give back here at Caged Aggression, and something that you can take home tonight yourself, go visit our friends back in the back corner at the QC Sneaker Vault to get your very own commemorative event t-shirt. While you're back there, give them the name of your favorite fighter, get that name printed on the back of that shirt, and they'll get a portion of the proceeds, all for getting your commemorative t-shirt. That's right back there. Go visit our friends at the QC Sneaker Vault, and that's compliments of Old Town Heating and Air and the QC Sneaker Vault. Now, folks, if you'll please rise and help me welcome to the cage Miss Scott County, Olivia Keller, for the singing of our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Olivia Keller, ladies and gentlemen. All right, River Center, this is beginning to be my favorite part of the show. I think you all know what's next. I'm gonna need everybody back on their feet. Help me out now. Come on, get on your feet. Come on, River Center. If you're ready for the action to begin, I need you to get loud. I need you to let everybody back in the locker room. Let them know exactly what a No Limits crowd sounds like. Let's make some noise, River Center. Come on.
And away we go, ladies and gentlemen, night number 2 of Caged Aggression No Limits. As Clay Larson makes his way into the Caged Aggression cage out of One Touch Fight Team, Chicago, Illinois. Wrestled in high school. Cousin told him he should get into MMA, and here he is. Feels it's going to be a great fight against his opponent. He feels his range management and his striking will be the difference maker against his opponent tonight. Looking up to Nick Diaz, and he's here to F stuff up. I'm using the polite language, but He's here to do some business, ladies and gentlemen. JB, what's our polls looking like for this opening matchup?
Well, Clay Larson is just a bit higher than Bryce Wilson. 51.06% versus 48.94, so almost down the middle. But Clay Larson looking to get busy in there. Looks pretty excited.
Awaiting his opponent, Bryce Williams, to make his way into the cage. Bryce Williams fighting out of Hard Drive MMA, Cedar Rapids. Got himself into a little bit of jiu-jitsu, and it all spiraled from there, and here he is. He thinks it's a good matchup. Both are tall and both are good at striking. Feels that his striking and his jiu-jitsu will be the difference maker this evening. Looks up to Max Holloway and Sean O'Malley. And he got into training a week. He got to train up at Rufus Sports for a week. Duke Rufus, someone you know very well, champ.
Yeah, a lot of years. Duke's a great coach. He's got a great staff up there. Scott Cushman, several others.
And we've talked about this before, champ. How important is that to people to get out of their comfort zone, maybe their local sparring area, their local training area, and get up and start training with some beasts?
Well, of course, that depends on where you're training to begin with, right?
Sure.
If you're not training with high-end guys and you want to be a high-end guy, you got to go get beat up by a high-end guy.
Trial by fire, iron sharpens iron around here. As Bryce Williams get ready to step into the cage, as we get ready to kick off the second night here of Caged Aggression. Man, last night, I'm so surprised my voice is held up today because last night was absolutely off the chain. Some incredible upsets. Lindsey Spencer losing a very, very tough knockout against a very tough opponent. And congratulations to the new women's featherweight champion, Daisy Perez. Lee Colvin picking up the gold after breaking his arm in the last round. The huge upset of Alec Lorenz over Darian Abbey with the 32nd-ish knockout over Alec Lorenz. What a night it was last night, and tonight I'm expecting more of the same. We are kicking off night number 2, culminating the weekend tonight with some incredible co-main event and main event, which is going to be off the chain as well. Clint Anderson fighting his very last fight in his MMA career, going up against Scott Ritz, and then our main event, Brady Minner, a very tough Brady Minner, coming in and fighting El Tigre, Josh Neal.
First bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Bantamweight Division, powered by Yabba Dabba's House of Glass. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. He trains at One Touch Fight Team Academy. Joining us from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, Clay Larson. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 132 pounds. He trains at the Hard Drive Performance Center. Joining us from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Bryce Williams.
And here we go, a couple of tall and lanky 135ers stepping in there.
6 foot and 6'1".
Yeah, you don't get much taller than that at 135, do you, Pat?
No.
Here we go. Opening up round 1, touching the gloves in the middle of the cage. Off and running here.
Williams using his feet effectively, pushing him back. Ooh, Clay Larson comes in with a big head kick. Bryce Williams closed that distance, though, around his waist, trying to drag him down, but it looks like he's going to drag him right down into being mounted.
Looking to get back to his feet here, but Clayton staying on him.
Watch for those up kicks. The corner's saying it too.
Yeah, very, very correct, Bermas. These are some long fighters right here.
Again, you don't get much longer at 135. These guys could definitely pack on a little muscle, be 145 easy. And you know as well as I do, you get up into 185, 205. You see guys that are just in that 6 foot range all the time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Nice takedown there. Back to both fighters, back to their feet. What my aunt used to call tall drinks of water, these young gentlemen.
Always wanted to be 6 foot. Dreamed of dunking a basketball. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Ooh, big right!
Oh, wow.
That one hurt
Bryce
him.
Williams dropping some B's.
If it hasn't happened yet, it's not happening.
You're taking away my dreams, Pat.
Come on, Pat. The dream killer sensation.
We'll set you up a trampoline.
Yeah, that's what we'll need.
Oh, my goodness. Some Air Maxes, maybe.
Clay Larson did a good job right there after getting rocked a little bit, recomposing, getting the mount. He's shortened the distance here, but I'm looking at Bryce Williams.
Or in the guard, you mean?
Yes. And I'm sorry about that. But
I know you know the difference.
Sometimes I do.
You had a long night last night. It's all right.
I did have a little bit of a long night last night, Pat. But that's no excuse. We're here to do business here, just like Clay Larson is trying to get loose. Well, Bryce Williams looking for that arm.
Got those big, long legs there in the guard.
And he's got the knees up high, too. You know, he's made sure that there isn't a lot of distance, that Larson isn't able to posture up and strike, and he's got those legs pretty high.
Going for a body triangle, attempting to control the position there.
Doing a lot of striking from the bottom.
Watch those up kicks once again.
And again, other than the takedown and getting out of trouble, that was really Bryce Williams showing some skill there.
Absolutely. North-south
Nice.
going there.
Nice pass there.
There it is. Side mount.
Now, this is where I'd like to see some knees into the sternum.
Always.
If not, maybe into the shoulder, you know. Instead, he's going to go into the guard here,
I
but
don't
he
know why
had
he's
those open.
just a bit of a loose game, right, at this stage in their career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I feel like you had a lot more opportunity to get some offense off right there and dominate from side control before making any decision right here where really the offense has been stifled.
Yes. Well, the legs are long enough and his opponent's skinny enough where he can just figure for the body at any time.
Yeah.
Which he's been doing, right? He's gone from those knees up very high into a figure four and still pulled him down. And quite frankly, Clay Larson has not been able to posture up in that position and strike.
Right.
Yeah, Bryce doing a very good job of not allowing that separation to go down. As we have come to the end of the very first round, into the very first scrap of the night. Clay Larson, Bryce Williams, night number 2, Caged Aggression, no limits.
And our very first lovely cage girl in the ring. That's always good times.
Very easy to look at.
Yes, Clay Larson still just up a smidgen, 50.94% against 49.06 for Bryce Williams. I got to tell you, there's a lot of people voting over there, and I'd encourage the audience over at CagedAggression.tv to be a part of our polls and let us know what you think. Root on your favorite fighter and give us your predictions.
Here we go, round 2. Bryce Williams, Clay Larson.
Williams looks really relaxed there, and you know he's got high-level coaches. I saw them talking to him over there. It just seems like he already knows his game plan.
Ooh, nice 1-2 there from Clayton.
Kind of a push on both of those kicks, but here we are again.
Passing
Here's
the
triangle,
yep.
inverted triangle.
Oh, wow. Dangerous position here for
And
Clayton.
he's striking while he does it. That is nice. That might be deep. He's got to pull down on the head.
Got to get that arm across, not champ.
It's tight. He's got his hand inside of there.
Okay.
Might be able to give his neck some gap.
Ref taking a close look. He gets out.
Yeah.
Ooh, had to watch it. That wasn't an up kick. He hit him with a little bit of his calf on the head. That's still legal.
Clayton here in a side mount position. He's got full
Ooh,
mount.
full mount. And that's the first time we've seen that. Let's see if Larson can do something with it.
Ooh,
Williams
taking the
is
back.
constantly moving.
He was able to mount him by, it looked like a Western movie, just getting on a horse. You should never be able to get mounted that way.
And he's got the body triangle in for the first time as well on Williams.
Got it locked in here. Got those big long legs.
Almost 2 minutes to work with.
Plenty of time.
Now, whereas the first round to me was a Bryce Williams round, right now Clay Larson is definitely making the case for the second. Getting out of that submission. He's got the body triangle on. He's going for a submission of his own. Still a lot of time in this round.
1 minute, 30 seconds here to go in this second round. Let's see if Clayton can make something out of this body triangle he has.
It's ideal to be on top of them, have them belly down when you figure for the body, because when you arch into it, you're literally constricting the air out of them, and you can actually make them tap. I've seen people tap from their spine being stretched so far.
And that was a really interesting transition. Again, speaking to the inexperience of these guys, he went from having the back to a body triangle to almost a full mount to not quite a full mount, and now in his guard.
Yeah. Key lock attempt here.
Yeah, going for it.
And he's going for it. He might have, he is locked in there.
Just didn't get his hips out enough.
Nope.
Arm triangle, arm triangle.
Arm triangle.
Now the question is, can he push off and get enough leverage on that?
He wants to turn toward us and shoot his right arm like he's throwing a punch. Right, and you want to do that though right when they hit it. Then you can roll out of it.
Comes off it.
Quite the scramble with 30 seconds left to go. Williams still on the bottom, but this looks like a Clay Larson round.
Without a doubt. A couple of different submission attempts. 15 seconds left here.
And Bryce Williams again looking for that arm. And he might have it. He's got 10 seconds to make it happen.
Not enough time.
We'll stretch it out. Nope.
Flat out. Whoa.
Good job by Clay Larson to turn and get out of that.
Bryce Williams saved by the bell here in the second round after
that was Clay Larson saved by the bell. I'll tell you right now. Bryce Williams tried to turn that into an arm bar. You know, I don't like that Bryce is relying too much on the ground game, right? You could say that armbar maybe got him the round, but Clay was a lot busier going into this. I'd say you gotta either win this round or get the finish, Bryce, because this is definitely 1-1.
It is.
Neck and neck thus far here in the second round as the lovely Serena K indicates to us the third round is coming up here.
And looking at the replay here, a lot of scrambling. There he goes for the head and arm choke. Again, couldn't quite push off it. And then Bryce Williams getting out, goes for the arm right here on Clay Larson, and Clay Larson rolls out of there as well.
Good escapes.
Absolutely.
And here we go. The unofficial count is 1 round apiece. Who wants it more?
Here it is, that third and final round. Bryce Williams, Clayton Larson.
Oh, that's the second time he's done that at the start of the round.
Clayton. Takedown attempt, single leg drops.
Scooped that leg pretty slick, actually.
Yeah, that was clean inside mount here on Williams.
That was almost like a one-legged shot where he still only was at one knee, lifted that other knee, and got him right to the ground.
These boys are scrambling. Clayton Larson in half guard here.
But this is kind of the tail of this whole fight, right? It's Clay Larson gets the offensive takedown, isn't able to do much with it, and Bryce Williams fights him off, finds an opportunity, looks for a submission attempt.
Chris spending most of the time on his back. Yeah, without a doubt.
He's in a good position here. He needs to sit down a little lower on his heel.
Maybe go for
an
arm.
Can go to a scarf hold there and really cause some problems for people with punches.
And now he's on his back, kind of right him into a full mount.
Let him turn and go back to that spot. There he goes. Yep. This is where you wrap the top arm around and you grab it with your left hand, and then you switch your knee to the ground and trap the bottom arm, and then they have no arm to protect their head, and you can beat on them all you want.
Oh, is he in there? I can't see if he's under the chin.
He's flattening him out pretty well.
That's it. That is it. 1 minute, 49 seconds in the third round. Clayton Larson with a rear naked choke there on Bryce Williams.
That's impressive because, you know, he didn't win the first round, in my opinion. He kept going there. He kept going for the takedown. He kept trying for submissions and finally flattened him out, got that neck, had both hooks in, and finished the fight. Good for him.
Absolutely.
Great performance by Clay Larson.
Impressive, without a doubt. Like you said, JB, not able to capitalize on those first 2 rounds when he had him on the ground, but that third round there, flattened him out. Got the W with that rear naked.
Well, it shows he didn't get frustrated, right? He was put in some bad positions when he was trying to get strikes in or work his own submission attempts. And right there, locked it in. Doesn't get more textbook than that.
Really dug in with his legs, too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, for sure. Impressive way to start the evening off, Clay Larson.
Tapping with the foot there.
You know you're in a bad spot when that's where you're tapping too.
Referee Bruce
and you hope the referee
has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 14 seconds into round 3, declaring your winner by submission due to rear naked choke, Clay Larson. Come on over, Clay. All right, first of all, congratulations on the win. Hey, there were a lot of nice scrambles there on the ground, man. What was the game plan coming in tonight, Clay?
Well, I was planning to strike, but I wrestled in high school, so he's a good jiu-jitsu guy, so I had to be careful all camp. I didn't expect to wrestle this camp at all, so he's a warrior.
Yeah, it looked like a really deep choke that you had on him. Did you know how deep it was? I mean, did you have a feeling you were putting him away with that one?
Yeah, I had it all the way in. All the way in, it was tight.
I got you. Well, look, again, know it's a tough win, never an easy fight when it's coming out of hard drive. So before I let you get to the celebration, was there anyone you wanted to thank or anything you wanted to mention, Clay?
Well, I want to shout out my family for coming, my coaches, my teammates, and my cousin Jacob Russell, who's serving in the Navy. So.
All right, well, congratulations again on the win. Soak it up. Let's hear it one more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Clay Larson.
Oh, Bud Light Seltzer Retro tie-dyes?
Have you tried these yet?
I'm sorry, ladies. It's my roommate, Emmerich.
Emmerich. Is that Irish?
Bud Light Seltzer Retro tie-dye. The loudest flavors ever. Oh, Bud Light Seltzer Retro tie-dyes?
Impressive victory for Carson, picking up that submission in the second round over Bryce Williams. As we move on to the ladies, as Mackenzie Davis and Alicia Williams are getting ready to square off. Alicia Williams, fighting out of Rio Warrior Academy, Des Moines. Her husband, Nate Williams, is the one who got her into the game. She doesn't know much about her opponent other than this is her first fight.
She's lost 75 pounds. It's better than Weight Watchers. It's called MMA training and eating right. So that's all you got to do. Show up at a gym, do a little kickboxing, do a little grappling, eat right, and 75 pounds disappears off your frame, Jeff.
She is on a mission, walking to the cage, feels that her ground games will be the difference maker. And the people she looks up to, the one person is Gillian Robertson, and wants to let everybody know that her first fight was a 27-second TKO. Very impressive.
And her husband is a very good fighter. Very good. I've called a few of his fights.
Mr. Nate Williams, no stranger to the cage.
And she certainly did march down that aisle
on a
like
mission.
She meant business.
Business. She's ready to get on the good foot and do the bad thing as she faces off here against McKenna Davis. I apologize.
So you guys know what a 45-pound plate feels like.
Yes. I do.
Imagine taping that and 30 more pounds to your body and walking around with it. That's how much weight she's lost. It's pretty incredible.
It is pretty incredible.
That is crazy.
You know, you used to see the really in-shape kids taking that 35 or 45-pound thing, putting it by their belt and doing the pull-ups.
Yeah.
Now, again, think about that, a 45 and a 35 on the back. You know, I like to think that I can do a pull-up as a man. I don't know if I can do a pull-up with the 75 pounds on me, my friend.
Right.
That's my warm-up, baby.
Jeff pull-ups all day Wilson. There he is.
And here she is, McKenna Davis, fighting out of Hard Drive Performance Center out of Marion, Iowa. Started training with Eric Koch, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Just started kickboxing and decided to switch over to MMA. Thoughts on the matchup? She feels very confident in this matchup. She thinks she feels pretty good all around. Looks up to Mackenzie Dern, Amanda Nunez, and Valentina Shevchenko. Something interesting regarding her MMA career, she said she doesn't have any stories yet since this is her first fight. I guess she hasn't quite accumulated some...
Gym stories, Jeff, gym stories.
But she doesn't have any, she says.
Not worth writing, she thought.
Give us something interesting or stories, in fact, regarding your MMA career. It doesn't say gym stories, champion.
Well, I would assume that she might have some gym stories, seeing there's an entourage of people on the stage right now from said gym. And in stark contrast to the way she came out cool, collected, slow walk, large entourage. You know, Alicia Williams marched down there, small entourage, and ready to go. We'll see if it makes a difference once they step in and square off.
They can't get in there with you. Once you close that cage, it is you against the other person. It's a solo mission once that cage door closes. But it is good to have that support system. Of course, this is not champ, your team, your support system, just
100%. 100%. And Cedar Rapids is what? a little over an hour away, so
Absolutely.
short drive for them.
All here to support their teammate McKenna Davis as she's getting ready to step in and scrap with Alicia Williams as we get ready to kick off the second fight of the night. We've talked about it as your first fight, man. I mean, we haven't had a chance to talk to her, but I wonder how much the emotion of the first fight on a pay-per-view platform like this does to her fight game.
Well, you know, hey, we're going to find out. But she's done some kickboxing, obviously, so she's not a stranger to getting in and getting after it. So that is going to help, that experience.
McKenna Davis making her way into the cage with a raucous reception.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Women's Flyweight Division, powered by McCarl Family Racing. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. She stands an even 5 feet tall and weighed in at 124 pounds. She trains at the Real Warrior Academy and is sponsored by CF Warrior, Zimmerman Chiropractic, Chicken Coop, and HKA USA. Joining us from Des Moines, Iowa, Alicia Williams. And her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 124 pounds. She trains at Hard Drive Performance Center and is sponsored by Merit Photography, Unique Sports, Casa Las Glorias, and Joni Bruns Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate in Clearwater, Florida. Joining us from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, McKenna Davis.
Here we go, folks. Getting ready to get on the good foot, do the bad thing with the ladies, Alicia Williams and McKenna Davis. Here we go as referee Bruce, probably starts the action. Here we go. Whoa, coming in, vicious left there from McKenna.
See, the Rapids girl's got some hands.
Yes, she does. I think that's going to be Alicia's best bet to take it to the ground, but pushing up against the cage, dropping some knees.
Time to move this away from technical to alley.
Trying to take those knees to the body. I like it to soften her up. Looking for that judo throw.
Nice defense there from McKenna.
Yeah, McKenna Davis able to lean off the cage and stop the takedown. Still doing a good job.
Free.
Yep. Oh, there we go. And exchanges out of it right there.
There we go. Separation there. This is where McKenna wants to be. Dropped in one. Oh, wow. Alicia dropping a couple bombs on her. Staying busy.
McKenna looking calm in there, though. Ooh, she got caught right there by Alicia Williams. Alicia Williams with the body kick. Outside leg kick.
Yeah, Alicia staying busy.
Punching her way in, trying to get a takedown there.
Yeah, both staying very, very busy because this was the first 60 seconds of this fight, guys. Well, and, you know, this is a 3-round fight. They don't want to be gassed too much, but they are exchanging big right now.
They can maintain that pace.
Quick release on that right. Look at that.
Ooh, McKenna with a nice right hand there. Just missed.
Body kick by Williams.
Pace is slowed down just a little bit. Starting to feel each other out here in this opening round. Alicia switching it up with the strikes there.
Ooh, big right, left, another left.
That's the back of the head there. McKenna up against the cage there. Alicia's got McKenna pushed up against the cage right here in front of us. Reversing position there. Now McKenna's got Alicia up against the cage.
She gets it reversed right there.
The reversal of the reversal.
A lot of jockeying for position right here.
Without a doubt.
Williams doing a good job of trying to bully her up against the cage.
Her husband is talking quickly. Nate over there giving instructions.
Absolutely.
She's got a couple strikes in there. Nothing too effective, though, on the break.
Williams with her hands up, coming in, dropping another couple bombs on her. Leg kick.
Question is, who wants this round more? You could make the case right now that Williams had more cage control, and you could make the case that McKenna's been more effective with the striking.
Both fighters being busy with 25 seconds left here to go in the first round.
Very close round.
Definitely tough one to score so far with 15 seconds left to go.
Ooh,
Nice overhand right there from
Good
McKenna.
combination. She's hurt.
She's firing away.
She's definitely hurt.
The bell might save her.
Alicia Williams did a good job of crowding her and not taking too much damage there, but that's probably going to give McKenna Davis the round.
I mean, I had McKenna winning the round, honestly. Anyway, just crisper strikes.
Yeah.
More impact.
And Williams wasn't able to get that takedown, you know, as try as she might.
Yeah.
Well, both fighters in that first round staying very, very busy.
Well, they came out like firecrackers in the first 15 seconds.
Women usually do. That's just, there's no, it's an endless gas tank with women. Even when they're exhausted, they fight like at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Right now, we're taking a look in the corner. Eric Koch giving his fighter some much needed advice right now. How are you going to do this? How are you going to win this fight? You got to watch yourself up against that cage, create the distance. And here we're watching some of that action in the very beginning. And like you said, McKenna looks like she's got the crisper striking right there.
Without a doubt.
Crisper.
Yeah, What adjustments do you see McKenna needed to make, champ, to land some of them strikes? She started firing away like crazy, but not a lot of them landed. What does she need to do to?
Well, I mean, she's finding her range. She did land some good strikes in the round. Williams needs to strike her way into a clean takedown if she's going to get a takedown.
She's setting up her strikes decent, coming in with some leg kicks and then dropping the ones and twos.
McKenna's leading with that left, you know, and looking for that right more and more.
Needs to catch her coming in.
Yeah, without a doubt. Let's see if McKenna can find some success there here in the second round. Inside leg kicks from Williams.
And right out of the gates, McKenna just throwing punches. Big body kick.
She's ready to open up here.
How she started that first round, but then tended to slow down.
And a much different stance right there. Moving her hands, moving around the cage. Now she's going to more of a traditional stance where she was before. Maybe had a bit of an adrenaline dump after those strikes right there.
Without a doubt. Making herself a little bit more of an elusive target here to open up in the second round.
The thing with Williams, she leans her head back as she punches, that's like pulling the reins back on a horse and expecting it to go forward, right? You just can't do that. So you've got to tuck your chin down. You've got to put your forehead through a wall, an imaginary wall, when you're punching going forward.
Firing away in the clinch
look
there.
at this.
Williams
gave up her back.
Powered through for that takedown.
Holy cow.
She probably took, 3 to 5 unanswered shots.
Got her back down.
Landed, got her to the ground, looking to put that hook in, and looking for that neck.
Oh,
she might have
buddy.
that neck. It looks like it's under. Can she get her other arm loose and
She's
lock it out?
She's got to drive into her with her weight here until she can get her arm free.
I think she is under that chin, guys.
She is under the chin. She needs to get her right arm free, lock it with the other hand, and pull
Clench
under that
it in.
chin.
She can't get her hand free.
No, she can't, but she's trying. She's getting it loose right there. More and more.
Yeah, it's coming out.
She
There
got
it
it
is.
out right
there
there.
it is.
Go
there
fist.
it is.
And now she's got...
Matter of time here, ladies and gentlemen.
not
Let's see if she
quite-
can close the deal. Oh, it's not quite under the chin. You are correct.
Not quite there yet. But now that she's got this positioning, still not under the chin.
She got the top arm
Get a
down.
little better. You don't want to blow your arms out.
McKenna Davis doing a good job.
She's got to come up on mount. Williams is...
Got to turn into her, right, Chip?
Well, I mean, as she's trying to get her back to the match, Williams has got to come up and mount her.
Still holding on to that arm, making sure she can't have that leverage.
Williams has got to be careful.
I would be transitioning to the mount right now.
So you give this up and
Oh,
you
absolutely.
take the mount and go for the
start
ground and
bombs
pound.
away, right away.
That comes with experience, too, right, Champ? To give up on a certain position to advance position in a more effective offense.
Well, you can tell right now, it doesn't look like...
There she
and
goes.
she's doing it right there. Yes, that elbow's not going under the chin.
Getting the full
And
mount.
here we go.
She needs to just sit up and start punching.
Yeah. Because she is expending a lot of energy in her arms trying to get this choke going, but doesn't seem to be happening.
Yeah, Nate's saying it. Nate Williams telling her, posture up and punch.
Yes, you're right.
30 seconds,
triangle.
unleash.
How much does she have in those arms after that?
She's trying for the finish. The question is, can she get the finish?
20 seconds left, dropping the hammer fist.
Don't stop punching.
Alicia Williams in a dominant position here as we close out the second round.
Bottom line is that even if McKenna Davis survives this round, I got to give Alicia Williams a 10-8 on this
Without
one.
a doubt. Without a doubt.
You know, got on top, almost had the choke, dominated pretty much the entire round other than the original flurry that we saw from McKenna Davis, and then really powered through some of those shots for the initial takedown into the second takedown into the submission attempt.
And now how tired are they?
Yes. I can only imagine Alicia, after that attempt, holding on to that choke for so long, and her coach was screaming to her, let it go.
Yeah.
Mount and let that go and start pounding in the face.
And here's some of that action right here. And like I said, McKenna Davis came out blazing with the shots. And here, she's still blazing, but she just gets crowded. She gets moved, and this is the first takedown into the second takedown, which initially gets what? That submission attempt.
There it is.
Yeah.
Firing away in the clinch, though, was McKenna Davis. But, yeah, you're absolutely correct. Alicia Williams able to get that takedown.
She used her head to block a lot of those shots. And here we're watching the final 30 seconds where she's in full mount and just couldn't find that finish. In my opinion, McKenna Davis definitely has to get busy in this round.
And she let McKenna Davis get a half guard back, which may have been the difference in her surviving.
Alicia Williams definitely taking that second round. Let's see what happens as we open up here in this third final round. McKenna Davis and Alicia Williams.
Eric Koch and Mike Biggie Rhodes over there in the corner for McKenna. Up, single leg attempt here.
There it is. McKenna throwing it off so far. See if she can defend against it.
Gotta switch off.
Looking to try to, no, pulled her down into guard.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was the move.
No.
I would have liked to see her try to step over and take the back, which
now,
originally I thought she was going to try to do.
Or just turn away and pull her leg out.
Alicia Williams in the full guard now of McKenna Davis. Trying to take advantage of this position here.
They're not even sweating.
Which is pretty wild, seeing the frenetic pace of the fight, right?
There's a little glisten on the forehead of McKenna. That's it.
Light work for these ladies. Not really, but Alicia Williams here in full mount. McKenna Davis right here in front of us.
Alicia Davis has that left arm free. I'd like to see her try to use it, especially now that her right arm is locked under the shoulder.
She's just trying to hold her down right now.
Yeah.
Trying to step over here, past the guard.
In half guard here, right here in front of the broadcast table.
Let's see if she can get past half guard.
1 minute, 45 seconds left to go in this third and final round.
Williams can end up pulling this out, buddy.
It looks that way. We got 90 seconds though. We got to see what happens here.
Absolutely, she is looking good still here in this third round. Alicia Williams.
She could go to half cross sides or mount right now.
Back into the full guard. McKenna trying to do a little hip escapes here.
Nate screaming past the guard.
Trying to keep her off her. I watch those up kicks. Those end days pretty quick, and there it was right there.
Back to her feet.
Back.
Williams takes her right back to the mat. 1 minute left here in this third and final round. Alicia Williams doing very well here in this third round. Smothering McKenna Davis here at this point.
Got the arm trap there. Got the hold of her wrist. Scarf hold. Now she's got a scarf hold.
Oh, wow. 30 seconds left here in this third and final round. It looks like Alicia Williams is securing herself a nice victory here. You can hear the coach.
And then finally, we kind of got a full mount here, but it's kind of on the half. There we go. There's the full mount. Let's see if she can do anything with it the last 10 seconds of the fight. It does seem like she secured the victory. There's some shoulder strikes into her.
Hitting her with a little bit of everything. A final hip toss or hip attempt there to get out of there from McKenna Davis, but to no avail as this third and final round comes to an end.
Well, McKenna Davis, obviously very good striking. Needs to work on the ground, though, right?
I would say so. A very tough and gritty Alicia Williams.
And we're looking at some of the action right here.
And on the single, she needed to be up on her feet. When you get in on a single, you want your head on the inside, on their sternum, basically. And then you can switch off to doubles. You can run the pipe. You can do a lot of different things from there, knee taps, whatever. But just you got to be in a position to do that to move on, right?
And the determination of Alicia Williams to take this fight to the ground was there from the very beginning. She knew that was her game plan. She wasn't going to strike with this girl.
Right.
And again, she walked through a lot of damage to be able to control that fight and, in my opinion, secure the victory.
She doesn't have any marks on her face.
No, nothing.
Well, I have to say, for McKenna Davis's first outing here, at least in MMA, that was an impressive performance. Win, lose, or draw.
Right.
A very gritty performance from both competitors here, but I do believe Alicia has picked up the W tonight, but we shall see here in just a mere moment. Kicking off the second night of Caged Aggression No Limits with some bangers already. And the best is yet to come. We still got more ladies. Corey Noble, Claire Schneckloff, an incredible co-main event. Scott Rich going up against Clint Anderson in his retirement fight. And of course, Brady Minner and Josh Neal for the welterweight strap here in the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Alicia Williams. Come on over, Alicia. Hey, first of all, congratulations on a tough victory. You weathered some big shots there early on and kind of seemed like you eased into it and hit cruise control there after a bit. What was the game plan coming into tonight?
Well, I didn't really know much about her. I only seen a few of her pad workouts that she's done. My ground game is the strongest, so that was just to get her to the ground.
Well, I know you got a great coach over there giving you the game plans. Was there anything that caught you by surprise tonight?
She's just pretty strong, so that definitely surprised me. So, other than that, I don't.
You look like you had some strength there yourself. Well, hey, before I let you get to the celebration, was there anything that you wanted to mention?
Well, at the beginning of 2020, I was 200 pounds. I've lost 75 pounds now. Started getting into MMA with my husband, and so I've really made a long journey since 2020. A lot of people gained weight because of COVID, but I turned that into getting healthy and losing weight.
Well, congratulations again on the win. We're definitely looking forward to seeing what comes around the corner. Let's hear it one more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Alicia Williams.
Smoke weed every day.
There we go, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto our third fight here. Brandon Mills facing off against Dalton Armstrong. Pat, you might know a little something about this young man, Brandon Mills.
A tad bit.
Brandon Mills fighting out of American Top Team, Fort Dodge, Iowa. Got into fighting from his dad, and who's his dad? Former welterweight, 9-time welterweight champion, Matt Hughes, Hall of Famer.
Two-timer, defended it 9 times.
I'm sorry, I apologize. You would know better than I, without a shadow of a doubt. Gonna be an exciting fight, he feels. He feels his ground game and his conditioning will make the difference. His heroes in the sport is his father, Matt Hughes, and Rocky Marciano. Wrestled since he was 4 years old and all the way through his first year wrestling in college. Been living and training at American Top Team since.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Miletich, but this used to be Matt's walkout song as well, right? A little Johnny Cash?
Matt used to come out to Country Boy Can't Survive.
Yeah,
That's
Country Boy
right,
Can't Survive.
Country
Yes,
Boy.
sir.
Thank you for correcting me. Well, I like his son's music better. I'm not going to
I think they're both good.
They are pretty good.
Well, I mean, not a lot of fighters have that luxury of being able to sit under that kind of learning tree of like a Matt Hughes. I mean, that's
right.
That's some pretty cool stuff. As Matt Hughes has escorted his son to the cage as he's getting ready to face off against Jacoby Helmers tonight Dalton Armstrong tonight.
I asked Matt Hughes backstage, I said, are you nervous? And you could tell he was. Very nervous.
Well, it's your son, right? I mean, that's gotta add so much to all of it.
Yeah.
Not only to him, but Brandon. What kind of pressure do you think Brandon feels? I mean, that's always
Well,
kind
it's
of
a big shadow, right?
Exactly.
It's a big shadow that's cast, so.
But he seemed in good spirits yesterday. You did a little pre-interview with both him and his father, and he seemed very, very calm, cool, collected, had the game plan out there, excited to be there.
And again, the question I asked him, I said, I've made the observation that your boxing is much better than your father's already. And his answer was basically, I respect you and my father a great deal, and I think you do a great job commentary, and, I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go.
And what do you say, Pat? He's ready for what?
Politics.
Politics.
He doesn't want to sell his soul, though.
Dalton Armstrong making his way out of Nyquist here, fighting out of East Moline. Got into the game by watching the UFC as a kid. He thoughts on this matchup. He loves it. How could he not, man? Feels that his grittiness is going to be the difference maker. Looks up to Josh Neal, Clint Anderson, both individuals who will be in the co-main and main event tonight. And he got fight of the night in his very first fight. And tonight, he steps in with Brandon Mills. A lot of emotions going on. I can only imagine with Brandon trying to uphold that legacy. Dalton Armstrong trying to prove that he could beat a legend's son. A lot of stuff going on here. A lot of layers to this one. A lot of meat on this bone.
I am certainly looking forward to the action beginning on this one.
Yes.
Will another legacy begin here tonight at Caged Aggression?
And of course, the entourage can't get in there and fight with you, but he's coming out with a grip of people, and Brandon Mills came out with, I think, 2. One of the people being his father.
None of them can get in there with you, bud.
No, sir.
Once the door locks, it's just you and him in the ring.
On like hot buttered popcorn. As we are getting this evening started, Brandon Mills, Dalton Armstrong, as we are kicking off night number 2. Thank you for everyone who's tuning in across the world at CagedAggression.tv. We thank you guys so very much. If you tuned in last night, you know how we get down here at Caged Aggression. It is no joke as Dalton Armstrong steps into the cage as we get ready to kick this one off.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Featherweight Division, powered by Ducky's Formal Wear, Galesburg. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 146 pounds. He trains at Faithfullick Martial Arts, an American top team, and is sponsored by Full Contact Fighter. Joining us from Fort Dodge, Iowa, Brandon Mills. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 145 pounds. He trains at Nyquist Roundhouse Martial Arts. Joining us from Moline, Illinois, Dalton Armstrong.
JB in the place to be. What do our polls look like for this one?
Our polls look like they're on the fritz, Jeff. Right now we're having technical difficulties, and those polls are just not
That
up.
tends to happen.
Yes, it does, unfortunately.
It's the Russians.
But in my heart of heart, I want to say 50-50. Let's see the action.
Let's see how we come out here.
And Mills
And quick
immediately
with a
goes in
takedown.
and takes him down. Gets that leg, dumps him inside control right now.
Lifting that leg so he can't scoot his hips.
Yep, Armstrong trying to do a lot with that neck, but nothing doing, not in that position. Although he's doing a good job of getting his back against the cage and trying to crawl up.
Dalton had to know that shot was coming.
And Mills has him up against the cage. One leg locked in right there.
Needs to flatten him out and just go to the choke. Drop the right arm underneath and drive that right shoulder in and choke him.
He let it go.
Yeah, finally.
Being told the posture up.
Digging the foot in to slide that leg to the mount.
Trying to slide that leg out to get that full mount. Brandon Mills up against the cage there. Attempt at a reversal position there from Armstrong, but
wrestler's balance stopped that.
Yep, Brandon staying on top here. Dropping some shots here.
3 right hands right there.
Hey, don't put those arms too deep. Only for punches. Good.
Got him postured up.
Hey,
Triangle starting.
Yep. Uh-oh. It looks like he's going to get slammed down pretty hard. Trying to get... Oh!
We've seen this before.
Got to posture and get out of that. That's a bad habit wrestlers have sometimes, leaving the head and arm in.
And Dalton Armstrong trying to do some damage from the bottom, get that triangle.
He's out.
But Brandon Mills is out. Throwing those legs up again.
And slam, very reminiscent of what his father did to win the strap against Carlos Newton.
Remember it well.
Get your hands back inside. Get that right arm back.
1 minute left here in this first round. Brandon Mills, Dalton Armstrong.
Yep, trap that step over now.
Tough first round to score, gentlemen, wouldn't you say? It's a submission attempt from the back from Armstrong, but you got the takedown from Mills.
Not close at all.
No, I think it's a Brandon Mills round.
All right. Good thing I'm not a judge.
Down on that knee and step over.
At least right now, it's a Brandon Mills round. I don't think that submission attempt was really much of an attempt at all. Didn't really have anything on that triangle.
And it resulted in him getting bounced like a Wilson basketball.
Absolutely. I will say that Armstrong has done a good job of not taking too many strikes and fending off the offense of Brandon Mills in this first round.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that works out in the second round.
Brandon Mills doing a good job.
Or if he can
Grabbing
adjust.
that arm behind the back.
15 seconds.
See how he reach around the back, get that far side wrist control, I'm telling you.
A lot of people don't see that, but when you control that other arm, it literally opens up so many striking possibilities.
It's a nightmare.
Ooh, big shot in this first round.
And in fact, by controlling that arm, that's how he snuck that last shot in.
And that's the thing you've always got to be aware of is when you turn on your side, don't let the gap in your elbow come out underneath your body behind you because it will get snagged. If they're experienced, they're going to grab that right away.
Matt Hughes over here giving his son some instruction here to make some adjustments here for the second round.
Matt's telling him he's not even bleeding yet. Matt was pointing to his face and doing a circle going, his face is still pretty.
Bust him up, son. Bust him up.
And we're looking at some of the action right here. Again, Mills on top the vast majority of the round. Armstrong just trying to fight off the offense. Here's his one attempt at a triangle, but as you can see, gets slammed down and never is really able to lock those legs in the proper position to lock that in, Pat.
Yep. Got to get the angle to get that foot behind the knee.
As we get ready to kick off round number 2. Brandon Mills and Dalton Armstrong here. Caged Aggression, no limits. Here we go.
And Armstrong obviously going to try to keep this on the feet, but we'll see how long that lasts.
I'm trying to time a knee. I know he's going to shoot for a takedown eventually, right?
Mills hits him with that right.
Loading up
bothered him a little bit.
Loading up with that right hand.
Up.
Going for the takedown. Dalton Armstrong smelling blood here.
And he's going for it. He's going for some hammer fists.
Oh, that single drive took him down.
Where did he get clipped, on the temple?
It was a tough one to see. I think he got clipped with a quick right. I'm not sure if it was on the temple because I think it was on the other side, Pat. I wasn't sure where he hit him on the face.
His leg gave out. I didn't know if he slipped or what, but it looked like he got hit at the same time.
Yeah, I think he took a shot and he got stunned, got taken to his knee. Looked like a straight right from Armstrong, but we'll have to watch the replay.
Quick recovery.
Well, I mean, Armstrong, that's got to give him some hope if he can get loose.
There you go, Brandon, isolating that arm again.
Well, absolutely. And again, you look at the beginning of that round, he was trying to keep it standing.
Pass over that leg if you can.
Brandon doing a good job of isolating that right arm of Armstrong.
Hey, pass the guard, pass the guard.
And I like what he's doing here. If he can get that knee on top of the arm, lock that in, and then again, that opens up so many striking opportunities. You can put that knee on the arm and then strike into the head with that left hand. You take 2 or 3 of those, it's night-night.
Don't feel good.
Hey, guys, keep doing damage.
Brandon on top here with 1 minute left here in the very second round here.
Trying to throw his legs up for a triangle. Not quite there again.
Definitely a high guard.
With 1 minute to go, though, this is much closer round.
Without a doubt.
You know,
Without a
Brandon
doubt.
Mills hasn't been able to get off a lot of damage. Sure, he's been in control for the last minute or so.
How much did the judges score that knockdown?
Exactly.
Could up being a 10-10 round.
See if Brandon can close it out decisively here with 40 seconds left here to go in the second round. Back to the, whoops, not quite back to the feet. Brandon dropping down here in half guard.
Push on that knee and pass.
Oh, back in full guard there. 25 seconds left to go.
Hey, get your posture. Posture.
Dalton Armstrong hanging in there.
Coach is asking Brandon to posture up, create some of that distance.
Posture again.
Dalton on the inside with some small shots there. Not doing much damage.
And again, that's a close round. You know, how are the judges going to score that? Because obviously, Brandon Mills controlled the majority of that round.
Yeah.
But the knockdown, that could change it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any way to
10-10.
cue up that knockdown. We can see where exactly that came from.
We'll see
I don't
if
know
they
you
pull that out for us.
Little flash knockdown, which Brandon quickly recovered from.
Came within the first minute of the second round. And what we're watching right now is Matt Hughes, coach's son.
Cool thing to see right here, man. Here we got some replays here from some of that air in the second round.
Armstrong landed that right there, and then before that.
And I think we might be seeing it right here. Right
Ooh.
there.
Yeah,
It was a right hand, but I don't think he got him on the temple. It looked like it kind of came across his forehead.
Well, it looked like the back of the ear or whatever, like, which could still, you know, knock out your equilibrium for a hot second, which it did because he recovered rather quickly.
Mills then scrambling, getting in on that single leg.
Yep,
Get
thank
started
you in
on
the
the
back there for
takedown.
bringing up that replay. Appreciate you guys.
Good work.
Dalton Armstrong, Brandon Mills here.
If I'm Armstrong's corner, I'm saying, listen, we don't know how that second round went. We know how the first went. You need to finish.
He got hurt again.
Right. But again, that right hand right into a takedown. Armstrong trying to get some leeway with those body shots. I'm not sure how much damage that's going to do.
He's got to be working to get back up, man.
Yeah, he's got to get back to his feet.
Knocked him down twice now with that right hand.
Yep, almost the same replay of that second round there.
Looking for the arm triangle here. Look at him working his way up.
Got to get his head under there and get his body out.
He's still looking for it, looking to get that leg loose.
I would use my hand and wedge it underneath first and then lift to create the gap for your head. It always was a pretty good trick to get your head underneath there and get it started.
You gotta use that right hand more, Mills. Yep, that's your short side, yes.
This is definitely a make or break round here for the fighters here. Brandon Mills needs to have definitely a decisive showing here in this third round. Dalton Armstrong staying busy from the bottom.
Yep, hips in. Yep, get your head up. Get your head, there you go.
Posturing up, dropping some shots there on Armstrong.
Back inside.
Dalton needs to get the feet on the hips.
Back inside.
Control those hips a little bit. Try and work on escaping and getting back to his feet. Try and land that right hand again.
He's been way too complacent on the ground. He's had too much success in striking, but again, when you got a guy like Mills crowding you, a coach like Hughes that's a descendant of Miletich fighting systems, that's the name of the game, right? Make him uncomfortable, crowd the situation, keep trying to pour on the offense.
Matt Hughes, triangle getting started there.
There it is.
He's got to get his foot behind his knee,
Nope,
though.
he's out of it.
And that's certainly something to look at after this fight and say, hey, we need to improve upon this because we get somebody with some crazy jiu-jitsu in there.
Be in
they're
trouble.
They're going to lock you up tight.
Yeah.
1 minute left here in this third and final round. Brandon Mills.
There it is again. He's just got to get to the angle. He's got to spin his body and get his leg down on the back of that neck and shoulder.
Oh, he's getting it under
He
there.
needs to grab his foot and pull it behind his knee.
That leg, that foot is coming. Oh, he came out of it.
Mills doing a good job not letting him up.
Smothering him here with 35 seconds left to go here in the third and final round.
And really making it a no-brainer for the judges, no matter what you think. I mean, there's no way that you can give Armstrong this round. Even though he got that shot in, it was tough to say whether it was a real knockdown. He was immediately taken down afterwards.
Yeah. Same in the second round as well.
But then again, I guess we'll see. I would just be shocked. You know, right here.
Goes to show you, though,
15 seconds.
with wrestling and without a lot of wrestling, there is
It's a huge difference.
to dictate where the fight goes.
Brandon opening up here in the final seconds of the third round. Unleashing the fury here as it is over.
Learning experience
Without a doubt.
for both of them.
And we are taking it to the judges on this one, but I would expect 29-28, maybe 30-27. I don't think we're going to have a split decision. I don't think it's going to go any other way. But, you know, this is MMA.
You never know. Exactly.
And we do never know.
When you leave it to the judges, it always can go all kinds of different ways.
And for Dalton Armstrong, you know, no matter what, he's got to work on his wrestling, right? He's got to stop that takedown. The striking looked pretty crisp, but again, when that's striking, you only have the opportunity for the first 15 to 45 seconds of the round.
Can be a long night.
Can be a very long night.
Well, like you said, if Brandon gets down there with some real ground game jiu-jitsu experts, he could be in trouble because he was leaving himself open for a few different submission attempts there from Armstrong.
Well, I mean, you can look at a guy like Mark Hunt, right? Came out there, strikes a-blazing. People saw huge holes in his ground game, went on big losing streaks, and then really said, you know what, I need a ground game.
Yeah.
And he got that said ground game, went into the top 5 of the UFC, had his opportunity at the belt at a couple points, and really became a changed fighter. As we're watching this again, it's Mills on top, Mills on top, and Mills on top.
Yes, that was the theme of this fight this evening.
Cornered on at the end there.
And here comes Jason Vargas with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Brandon Mills.
Brandon Mills getting that unanimous decision over a tough Dalton Armstrong.
All right, Brandon. First of all, man, congratulations on a tough win, man. I know there were a lot of quick exchanges there on the ground. Talk to us about how it feels getting that win tonight.
You know, it's a win, but definitely not impressive performance in my book, so I'd like to get better. Just gotta go back to the drawing board to get better.
All right. Well, I noticed a little bit of a look of disappointment on your face after that matchup. I mean, from the sounds of the crowd, doesn't seem like there was much reason to be disappointed, but hey, I guess that gives the fans a lot to look forward to. What's around the corner?
Keep going, keep getting better, keep winning, get a belt around my waist.
All right, well, it seems like there's all the potential there to do that. Hey, before I let you get to the celebration, was there anything that I missed or anyone that you wanted to mention?
Just want to thank my team at Fight for Lick MMA and all the great guys and girls over at American Top Team.
All right. Well, hey, let's hear it one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for your winner tonight, Brandon Mills.
Are you tired of sending emails that never get opened? Engage your customers faster via text. Text messages have a 99% open rate. Let us help you reach your customers in the fastest, most efficient way possible by building a database of people who have opted in to receive messages from your brand. Tap on its easy-to-use, all-in-one SaaS platform turns customer communication and engagement from a repetitive task into a fun and simple process. People are visual. Our brains process images 60,000 times faster than words. Why just send a boring black and white text when you could be more creative and drive visibility and engagement? Highlight products, promotions, and calls to action by including multiple images, animated GIFs, or even short videos. Why choose Tap on It? We offer simple sign-up options for your customers, easy in-store and online redemptions, and enhanced text and social sharing capabilities. We'll create a custom microsite or can link to your brand's app or website with robust reporting and analytics, and use our Audience Manager to segment and target your audience with the right message to drive engagement and increase awareness. And you will have a dedicated client support specialist to help you with anything and everything along the way. Set up a demo with us now and get on your way to building your business through text with Tap on it.
Good fight between two tough competitors. Brandon Mills picking up the unanimous decision over Darton Armstrong. And we move on to Brandon Peshek and Jacoby Helmers as Brandon Peshek makes his way into the cage, fighting at a one-touch fight team, Omega Training Center, Johnsburg, Illinois. Got into MMA from wrestling. Thinks it should be a tough fight and feels that his wrestling and his striking will be the difference maker. And one of his main role models is George St. Pierre, which is kind of appropriate because Brandon Mills said what kind of took a little phrase from GSP. He was not impressed with his own performance.
You got to work on your French accent, bro.
Me, mon ami, monsieur, Pat, tout à l'heure. It's about to go down. Brandon Peshek making his way into the Caged Aggression cage as we are kicking off here the fourth bout of the evening. Caged Aggression 32. No Limits right here, live and direct from the River Center in downtown Davenport, and of course, streaming worldwide on pay-per-view. How are we looking at our poll, JB? Are we back up and running? No polling. That's quite all right.
Technical difficulties.
It happens. The Russians are everywhere with all their...
I think it's digital goblets. Let's not give the Russians any credit. I'm going with digital goblets.
The ghost in the machine.
And I feel like that's fair.
All right. I was just trying to reach a little bit.
Reach out for the M&M because this entourage is very ready for this fight. They were hooting and hollering back there.
Brandon Peshek getting ready to step into the cage. But going back to that last fight, Brandon Mills, nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, obviously, he won.
Hey, man,
it's all a learning process.
It's a new career. He's learning.
Without a doubt.
You know.
Brandon Peshek makes his way into the cage as he awaits Jacoby Helmers fighting out of Iowa, top team, Clinton, Iowa. Started into MMA when he was 8 years old. Feels he's a better striker and better at distance control. Gonna find out if his defensive wrestling is gold enough. Feel that his boxing and his striking overall will be the difference maker in his ability to stay calm under pressure. Looks up to Todd Monahan and Eric Wisely. Wants everybody to know that his first fight, he hit a go-go plot and has been able to outstrike everyone ever since. Let's see if he can keep that trend going against a very tough Brandon Peshek, who is anxiously awaiting in the cage for his opponent.
And I would be remiss not to mention Lee Colvin in his corner, and you can see he broke that left arm. He's in a cast right now.
Absolutely.
Ended up still pulling out the victory and really toughing out that final and fifth round to secure that victory. So kudos to him, and what a warrior walking back onto the stage right now.
Not just securing that victory, but securing that bantamweight championship. Picking up a little bling yesterday in a very, very gutty performance. That referee checking out Jacoby Helmers as he gets ready to step into the cage.
Here we go.
And if you look at these guys, these are more along the size of 135ers. You know, not quite.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Bantamweight Division, powered by Tap On It. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 134 pounds. He trains at One Touch Fight Team and Academy. Joining us from Johnsburg, Illinois, Brandon Peshek. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 134 pounds. He trains at Iowa Top Team. Joining us from Clinton, Iowa, Jacoby Helmers.
Here we go, getting ready to begin the action of round one. Brandon Peshek and Jacoby Helmers.
Both look to be in great shape.
Yep, ready to go. Touching up the little center of the cage here. Here we go.
Helmers in southpaw stance.
Body kick from Peshek right there. Both fighters, a lot of foot movement, circling.
So what you're seeing on Helmers is he's circling to the right, trying to get outside that lead foot. But what ends up happening as you go up in quality of opponent, or guys in the UFC, Bellator, higher level guys, if they're dangerous with both arms, it doesn't matter which way you're circling. You just have to be aware of which way you're circling is the side you're the most in danger to. So cover that side of your head as you're moving that way, basically.
Shots being thrown with some bad intentions here as we open up this first round.
Palmer snuck in a nice little uppercut in one of those exchanges.
Nice body shot there. Ooh.
Just the cup.
Almost on the giblets.
No, it looks like it was on the giblets.
The echo got him.
Yeah.
That happens, though.
The bong.
Listen, time release, you know that. You can think you're great, and 30 seconds later, you're on the ground.
Yeah.
And right now, there's an example of that right here.
Yeah.
Taking that deep breath, you got up to 5 minutes.
Like the delayed liver shots. Where you hit them and you take a couple steps back to let them fall.
I had to be singing in a different octave by the end of the night. Colby Helmers recuperating, ready to go. Back to the action.
Nice side kick.
Nice
side
I really like that side kick. He was short with it, too.
Absolutely.
Taking a takedown there.
Yeah, look.
Nice hook there at the end of that by Helmers.
Absolutely. A lot of quick feints from Brandon Preshek, but Helmers is reading those feints really well.
Going for the shot there, going for the single. Brandon Preshek, let's see if he can get it up against the cage there.
Once you get those hands locked.
Helmers looking to do damage with those elbows, but just gets lifted off the
Nice
ground.
takedown.
Oh, good escape there for a second, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. Looked like he was coming out, but Brandon stayed on him.
Preshek's got the back.
Peshek just looks like he has a lot of strength and power. He willed that takedown.
Legit wrestler.
Without a doubt.
He's trying to get under the neck. He's got a minute to do so. It's sliding in there more and more.
Trying to get that left
It's on
hand
the
out.
chin right now. Oh, pushed off.
Let it go. Still got his back, though.
Helmers doing a good job climbing up into it, making it tough to get that choke.
Peshek with one hook in. Doesn't look like he wants that body triangle either.
He hooked the leg.
Turned it into,
Peshek tried coming
good
up in
escape
the mount.
attempt there from Peshek.
Helmers saw it coming and got out of that mount and got up to his feet.
Both fighters back to the feet.
So let's
Brandon
talk
with
about
another
that.
shot.
You know, he was on his back. He transitioned to what he thought was going to be a mount. What went wrong and what went right for Helmers to be able to pick up and get up like that?
Helmers sensed he could sense it coming and was adjusting and kicking his hips out.
End of the round here.
Close round, but because of the cage control, I'd probably give that one to Brandon Preshek.
Yes.
Tough scrap so far.
There he is on the back here. We can watch it. Maybe not.
Up against the cage right here. I think this is where he secures that big takedown. It is right here. He lifts him up off the ground and puts him down with power.
Big difference maker there in the round.
And Helmers was doing a lot right there. He went up back to the cage, stopped him there, tried to keep his feet on the ground, but sometimes you just can't keep those feet on the ground.
Right.
What is your school of thought on that, Mr. Miletich? When your feet are off the ground, what do you want to do to keep yourself the safest when you're in that fireman's carry or maybe that belly-to-belly suplex position?
Well, I mean, you got to, before you get lifted, you want to, obviously kick your hips back. If you can post your fists on their hips and push their hips back, then they can get their hips into you to even lift you, right? So that's something that you really, that's one of the things.
Round 3.
Ooh, big uppercut again. I'm telling you, Helmers is sneaking that uppercut in.
Leaning outside the jab and coming with it.
Yeah.
Coming with the angle.
Peshka's got to really, really be careful on that, because although he's feinting well and fast, a lot of the times he's feigning down.
Yeah. Lean into that uppercut, right?
Exactly. And whether he's taking a shot, there's that uppercut again.
Nice body shot, leg kick.
Pesh's mouth a little bit open. Is he breathing out of his mouth right now? Is he starting to gas? He's heavily muscled for this weight division.
Absolutely. Both fighters have been very active thus far. 2 minutes to go here.
There's that uppercut, sneaking it in. Don't want to go to the well too many times.
He certainly is too. There's a nice takedown from Peshik.
Well, I think it's the most effective when he's sneaking into
Is he going to the choke? Is he going to the choke? He's got to lock his hands there, lean that right shoulder in. That's what they're saying. Lock your hands, and you got it.
Can't see if his hands are locked. Nope, hands aren't locked there.
No, I'm saying top man lock his hands, and he's got the choke.
I saw it. Doesn't look like it's quite there anymore. Helmer's doing a good job of keeping Peshik's head down. Now he's out.
Side mount here.
And I tell you what, that's an easy choke to get. If they've got their arm trapped over your head like that, they're in trouble.
1 minute and 20 seconds left here in the third round. Brandon Peshik on top here of Jacoby Helmers.
And it's almost like Helmers is giving him that arm on the side. I would have really liked to see him try to get in the crucifix position there.
North-south.
But that wasn't even a thought in Brandon's head.
See what Peshik does with this.
1 minute, Brandon. Make a play, kid. Need some damage.
Look at that. Got right up to his feet.
Nice scramble to get back to his feet.
Oh, the foot hit him in the groin.
Yeah, I was going to say the knee missed him, but the foot came up with the knee and caught him in the cup.
Under a minute left here.
1-1 on those.
And that one was completely unintentional. Again, going for a knee, missed with that. Just so happens that your foot extends a little more and is attached to that leg.
Yeah, it tends to work that way.
It extends a little bit more. And you know what? If I'm Peshik and I'm a little tired and I'm heavily muscled, I'm milking this for all it's worth.
Without a doubt. Crucial moments here at the end of this third round.
Would that be cheating or smart?
Well, if I'm the coaches, I'm thinking that's how I would coach the situation. Yeah. Make sure you're 100%. Exactly. No rush.
I'm sure there's something in Sun Tzu's Art of War about that.
Well, again, this is the second round. We're almost, this is the third round.
This is the third and final.
And what are we at? 1 round apiece?
I'd say so.
We're probably a 1 round apiece.
This last under a minute will be the difference maker, in my opinion. We shall see.
And this round has been pretty tough to score. Helmers has hit him a few times with those uppercuts.
I think Helmers winning this round.
I would agree with that, but then again, you just had Peshik on top for about a minute.
Look out for the takedown. Look out for the takedown.
Choke. Control the situation. I really think that it can come down to this last minute.
Inside leg kick there from Brandon Peshik.
Nice
kick.
Shot.
He wobbled him.
Yes, he did.
Got to get after it.
Wow, jump on him, Peshik. Going for that shot. He gets it.
That's where he's got to start punching right there. Just set up and start punching.
That kick into this takedown,
I think that could have
won the fight.
That could have sealed it for him.
You know what? I have to give Helmers credit. He did a good job masking at first that he was hurt. Almost wobbled for a second.
Besides the 2 post holes he stepped in?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But then you saw him. He put out 3 strikes. He didn't just cover up.
Right.
10 seconds left.
And still trying to win from the bottom. You got to respect that. Striking from the bottom in those last few seconds.
Trying to make it a difference maker, but I do believe, as you said, Bermas, that shot, that wobbled Helmers, and that takedown, I think, sealed it up for him.
It could have. I have it 2 rounds to 1 Peshik, but we'll see what they say.
We're going 5.
Oh, this is a 5-rounder. Well, excuse me, sir.
That's a horse of a different color altogether.
This is round 3.
No, we just came out of round 3.
This is round 3.
Is it? That's what I thought. When I was saying it said round 3 on the lower third, did it not?
That's what I swear. Yeah,
exactly. I know. I thought the same thing, and I'm like,
the guy that got hit in the head for a living.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I read it. It said 3.
It said 3. I was like, did I imagine that we were over another round? Because I had Peshk in the first. So now I would say it's a lot more even, and there's a chance for Helmers to get that second, but probably not. And now we're 2 rounds to none. Peshk.
Boom.
But I'll tell you what, Peshk looks pretty fresh. You know, he doesn't look too winded. His body's not beat red. He got that break with the groin
I was going to
strike.
say, with that break, that might have helped him out. A little pit stop there. It says round 4 in the lower third.
He's rocked.
Jacoby rocked him with the right hand. Firing away, Jacoby unleashing it. He's hurt
Another
him.
uppercut.
Brandon Peshk.
Peshk going for the takedown, but they're just not there. There's nothing on those takedowns right now.
Now
Well, there he is.
Yeah,
Wow.
slid into it.
What a tough.
He tried to get the guillotine, but Peshk's past the guard.
Peshk's tough, man. He was eating some shots there. Let's see if Peshk can advance position here. Drop it to little short hammer fists.
And if I'm Helmer's coach, you're telling him, do what you can to get up now. And he's trying right here. You know what I mean? I don't think he should be going for the submission, which it looks like maybe he's looking for an arm here.
Over a little rubber there.
Yeah, he's got the rubber guard going, but I don't know if that's going to help him any. He needs to find a way off the ground.
He can get back to his feet.
Yes, get back to where you've had the success.
Peshk's getting after it.
Yeah, he is sticking to him. No room to breathe. 1 minute and 35 seconds left here in the 4th round, or the 3rd round if you listen to the champ.
I mean, maybe you guys are right.
Maybe it is the 4th round. I mean, it says it there.
Full mount there from Peshk on Jacoby as we wind down this 4th round with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go.
Who am I going to trust? The guys up there running the computer system, and you guys, or the ring girl?
I would trust the ring girl. That's my kind of thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the winning answer right there.
I agree. Always trust the ring girl, right? I'm with you.
They adjusted it. They heard
All
us
right,
talking.
fantastic.
The ring girl was correct, and the punch drunk guy.
Listen, what really happened, Pat, is we slid into the multiverse,
Yes.
into a place where we were really in the 4th round. It was like kind of a
Well,
weird
look, everything
Mandela
else in
effect.
the world's inverted.
Yeah,
Why
there
not?
you go.
You know, welcome to the Matrix.
And here we are with less than 30 seconds left in this fight, and it looks like it's going to be all Brandon Peshk. Not to say that Jacoby Helmers did not have his moments on the feet.
Without a doubt.
did.
He was trying to mount that. He was trying to mount that win.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he was getting after it. Peshk, good job though, making this comeback.
Without a doubt, Peshk took some shots and still was able to take him down.
And let's not forget, Peshk got that big head kick off in the 2nd round as well.
Wow.
Good sportsmanship.
That was,
there
yeah,
by
without
both
a
of them.
doubt. Love seeing that, man. Love seeing that. These guys were scrapping tonight. Good sportsmanship right there. Brandon Peshk, Jacoby Helmers leaving it all in the cage tonight. We shall see what the judges say here in mere moments.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think Peshk wins this fight, and I think Peshk Larson is the fight to make after this.
I
you
like
know?
that.
Oh,
I
look
think
at
it's
you.
a very, very good fight. You know, Clay Larson able to throw up those submissions, might have a little trouble with him with that ground and pound. I like that fight. You know, again, you have the taller, lankier fighter versus the bulldog kind of wrestler fighter. Styles make fights.
I was just going to say, Styles makes fights.
But let's not jump the gun, Mike Goodwin. Let's make sure that he actually gets the W. I think he's got that W.
Bermas, color commentator / matchmaker here at Caged Aggression.
I'll be your Joe Silva. Get me in there.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I don't think you'd be bad at it at all.
I think I'd be all right, you know? Fans of the sport, people that actually keep up, that understand the differences in fighting and want to build people up and not just, let's ruin this guy's career. Let's throw him in with a wrestler before he's ready, or let's throw him in with the Stephen Wonderboy Thompson-like striker, right?
Oh, my goodness. That's the beautiful thing about Caged Aggression. Mike Goodwin, always incredibly, just really good at the matchmaking.
No, this was a very evenly matched fight, and you're watching some of the striking on the feet right here in the third round. And like you said, Helmers was going after it, hitting him with combos, trying to put him away.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for our decision. Our judges scored this contest 29-28, 29-28, and 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Brandon Peshin.
Good experience for both guys. Peshick getting the W with some great experience out of that.
All right, congratulations on the big win, Brandon. I know you earned every single bit of it, man. Tell us how it feels coming away with such a hard, tough-fought victory.
It feels really good. Had to dig pretty deep for that one. That was a war, so feels good that all the hard work paid off.
Look, you guys had a lot of big exchanges. Looked like you both rocked each other a couple of times during the course of the fight. What was the game plan coming into tonight?
Well, if he pressured forward into me, I was going to try and take him down. Otherwise, I was going to try and box with him.
I got you. Well, look, you guys had some words, shared a couple comments with each other after the fight. Do you mind sharing with us, letting us know what you guys talked about?
It was just, we were respecting each other for after the fight, It was obviously a war, So he's a good guy, and I don't know, it's just respect.
For sure. Well, look, I know you probably got a lot of celebrating you're wanting to get into here shortly, but before I let you do that, anyone you want to thank, any bills you want to pay before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to thank first my coaches at One Touch and Omega, my parents, all my friends and family, and Caged Aggression and Mike for putting on a great show every time. It's awesome.
Well, we appreciate you being here and putting on such a big show for us. Looking forward to the next one, but until then, man, enjoy the win. Let's hear it one more time for your win, you ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Peshick.
Hey Caged Aggression fans, don't miss out on the official after party at Ruby's Beers, Bikes, and Brats, east on 3rd Street. You get the chance to hang out with the top MMA fighters while enjoying the endless draft selection Ruby's has to offer. Are you hungry? If so, Ruby's Kitchen will be open late, serving you the best brats, burgers, brat burgers, and tacos.
And the beat goes on, ladies and gentlemen. Impressive performance by Brandon Peshick as we are about to get down with Scott Buffington and Quinn Murphy. Scott Buffington fighting out of Central Illinois Combat Club in Peoria, Muay Thai. Got started watching the UFC and started training for fun. Thinks this is a great matchup against a very tough opponent and feels that his striking and his boxing will be the difference maker this evening.
Not to mention, he looks like your sophomore science teacher with a special in biology.
Coming to the ring with his glasses on. Want to make sure he sees where he's going, I guess. I don't think I've ever seen that. Fighter come to the cage with his glasses on. To each his own.
I mean, this guy gets on. He's the professor, right? That's what we call him?
Right.
Should come out in the lab coat.
That's right. There you go. Brian the Professor Buffington. White lab coat. Perfect. Why aren't we doing more PR marketing?
A bow tie, something,
Yeah, absolutely.
that you can just tear in half the whole suit.
Well, I would like him to come out, tear that off and have, a big picture of Bill Nye on his T-shirt and then Hulk Hogan that out, right?
Hulk Hogan that out.
Yeah.
Scott Buffington getting tended to before he steps into the Caged Aggression cage to face Quinn Murphy this evening.
Calm, cool, and collected, man.
Looks very chill.
And MMA is not usually something you just pick up as a hobby.
Right. because you can lose a basketball game and not go home or go to the hospital, right?
That's
generally.
right. I can play horse all day.
Right.
It doesn't matter if I come out 10-0 or 0-10.
Right.
I'm going to walk home.
Yes.
You could actually win the fight and not be able to walk home
Absolutely.
in MMA.
Yeah.
As we await the entrance of Quinn Murphy out of Hard Drive Performance Center, Iowa City, fighting out of Iowa City, Iowa. Wanted to continue combat after college. He was a wrestler in college. Thoughts on the matchup? He's going to get in, get out, and bombs away. Feels that his wrestling and his overhand right will be the difference maker this evening. Looks up to his family, his fans that keep him pushing. Under the learning tree of the Koch brothers, not a very bad thing.
This one should be interesting.
Yes. As Quinn Murphy makes the final preparations to step into the cage to face his waiting opponent, Scott Buffington.
What weight class are we looking at this one, Jeff? Is this 170 or 155?
I think this is 155.
Okay.
Here it is. Quinn Murphy steps into the cage. As we await the announcement from our ring announcer, Jason Vargas.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Featherweight Division, powered by the QC Sneaker Vault. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 143 pounds. He trains at the Central Illinois Combat Club and Peoria Muay Thai. Joining us from Morton, Illinois, Scott Buffington. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 146 pounds. He trains at Hard Drive Performance Center. Joining us from Iowa City, Iowa, Quinn Murphy.
Quinn Murphy definitely has the crowd on his side. Let's see if Buffington can put a stop to all that noise.
In the hype train. Here we go. Touch it up in the center of the cage here. Scott Buffington, Quinn Murphy. Here we go.
And this is taking place at 145.
Oops, not.
Oh, Buffington with a right hand. Immediately taken down.
Yeah,
Murphy
I don't
on
know.
top.
Buffington's
Buffington's not going to last here, guys. He's taking some serious shots. Hold on to the cage.
Try to belly the back on
There
it.
isn't a lot that Buffington has left, in my opinion, already. Cut up on his face.
Yes.
Swinging.
Definitely cut right there in the middle of his forehead there.
Backing up.
Quinn Murphy bringing some hammers here as we open up this first round.
Honestly, the look in his eyes right there was, oh my goodness, I'm going to fight.
Deer in the headlights right there for sure. Didn't look like he was ready for that smoke, but
Buffington not giving up, though.
attempted to take that. Absolutely. Quinn Murphy's ready to fight, though.
Oh,
that big right hand barely missed. Oh, he's going to get
slip that.
Choke. He's got it under, but is it tight enough? He's got the arm in. Doesn't look like he has the possession.
Nope, not under the chin at all. Whoa, big dump right there. Once again, Quinn Murphy with another takedown. Scott Buffington's coaches calling for the underhooks. Quinn Murphy trying to create that distance there so we can rain some shots down, which he's doing pretty effectively here, but we'll see if he can get that mount position. There he goes.
mount.
Full mount right here. A lot of time to work, 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Without a doubt. Scott Buffington surviving that initial storm. Quinn Murphy creating that distance, raining some shots down.
Looking for an arm triangle.
Yep. Trying to slide that arm over to go for that arm triangle, champ. You are absolutely correct.
Both hands loose. Buffington trying to fight it off. Gives up his neck, though.
Giving
it
up
looks
his
like it's
back
locked
neck.
in.
That's under
looks
there.
like it's about it.
That's under there deep. Got him
He's
flattened
tapped.
down.
That's it.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen. 54 seconds left in the very first round. Quinn Murphy with an impressive first round performance against Scott Buffington.
And Quinn Murphy composed, knew what he wanted to do in that fight, and just went with it.
Made very short work of Scott Buffington there. It appeared from the opening shots, though, Scott was just not ready for that smoke that Quinn Murphy was bringing.
Again, kudos to anybody that steps in that cage, trains MMA, but as we said before, when this is somebody's career and it's somebody's hobby,
very different.
It's very, very different.
Where he was trying to go for that choke and couldn't get it. Finally here, really stretching him out there with that choke.
And the excellent Caged Aggression crew over in the cage doing some cleanup, trying to keep it as clean as we can for these fighters. They really do go above and beyond here.
You know, the highlight for me last night, I just wanted to point that out, was when Jeff told one of the gentlemen who was cleaning the cage that he missed a spot.
Because he did. Because he did.
But that's not your job.
I was trying to help. Wait, what were we saying last night? That the safety of the fighters needs to be
Ladies
the
and
most
gentlemen,
paramount
your
concern.
referee, Bruce Allen, has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 6 seconds into round one, declaring your winner by submission due to rear naked choke, Quinn Murphy. All right, come on over here, Quinn. First of all, man, congratulations on the big win. Hey, you came in here tonight looking like you weren't taking no for an answer. Looks like you weren't taking a loss home tonight, man. Tell us why you got that big grin on your face.
Last time I was here, it didn't go as planned, so I knew it was going to go as planned this time.
So knowing how it was going to go as planned, what was the game plan coming into tonight?
Man, I don't know. I was just going to try to throw some bombs, but it didn't really come, but I'll take it.
Hey, get it done how you have to. Well, look, I know you got some celebrating coming tonight, especially after putting one in the win column. What did I forget? Anything you want to mention?
No, I just want to say thank you to my coaches, my family, the Beckler family, my manager, Max, great guy. He's out there. That's about it. It's a good time.
Well, Quinn, you always come to perform. We're definitely looking forward to the next time, man. But until then, enjoy that win. Let's hear it one more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Quinn Murphy.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry Arreola going up against James the White Wolf Martin here as Jerry Arreola makes his way into the Caged Aggression cage, fighting out of One Touch Fight Team. Got into fighting, watching the UFC once again. Feels it's a good matchup, going to be a good stand-up fight till he gets tagged. He feels his grit, his strength, his wrestling, his mixing styles will be the difference maker this evening. Everyone I've spoken to tonight has told me James the White Wolf Martin needs to pack a lunch because Jerry Arreola is a very tough competitor. Not to say James Martin is not, but Jerry Arreola, from what I'm hearing, is here to fight tonight. And we're seeing Brandon Peshek escort his teammate out. Brandon Peshek just picking up a winner, unanimous decision win over his opponent, Jacoby Helmers.
And just taking a look at Arreola, he does look like another physical specimen. You know, it's no shock that Brandon Peshek is his teammate. You know, these guys are definitely hitting the gym for sure.
Yes.
But as we all know, This is not a bodybuilding contest.
No.
And if there was any fight that put that on display full force yesterday, it was Lindsey Spencer and Daisy Perez.
Yes.
My goodness.
And it shows you that
You cannot lift weights with your jaw.
No, you cannot. And everybody has a chin. And if you don't, I feel sorry for you. Honestly, we should get that fixed.
The real oof was when I called Daisy Fuentes. I called her Daisy Fuentes last night,
Yes, you
didn't
did.
I'm like, where did that
real
come
moment.
from?
Forget about telling the people how to do their job. Sliding back to 1990s VJs from MTV, that was the highlight, Jeff.
My goodness.
That's why they're tuning in to CagedAggression.tv.
And James Martin makes his way to the cage. The White Wolf is fighting out of CU Jiu-Jitsu in Tolno, Illinois. Started martial arts when he was 4. Always been dreams of his to fight in MMA. Very excited to show his skills he's been working on, and probably he recognizes that this is his toughest opponent yet. He thinks his jiu-jitsu is probably his best strength. However, he has been working on nothing but his wrestling and stand-up for a very long time. Looks up to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Is probably his favorite fighter. Really enjoys his style, and he started with karate as well. But more than that, he's just has a really nice attitude of fighting, and he's never mean. A super good guy. Also really enjoys Dan Horbuckle, methods of training, and he doesn't really have any stories of fights yet, but there's always room for that.
Hornbuckle, one of my favorite underrated MMA fighters of all time. I'm glad to hear that Hornbuckle gets the shout out there, and that Martin comes out with Old Glory. You know, maybe this hasn't been decided yet. Don't jinx him, Jeff.
No, absolutely not.
Are you pulling a bandwagon on us over here at CagedAggression.tv?
Stop it.
Cornerman for Areola got my attention and said, "This is the guy."
He says he's the guy. I'll tell you what, he looks stone cold right there,
Yeah,
and he looks in
does.
great shape.
Well, and it's interesting that the White Wolf here, James Martin, brought up Wonderboy as his favorite fighter, because you just brought up Mr. Wonderboy, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, just a moment ago. I've had the pleasure of interviewing him a few times. That is a really, really cool guy. Really cool guy.
It must be that multiverse Mandela effect we're all experiencing out here today.
The Mandela effect. Here he is. James Martin stepping into the cage to face Jerry Areola.
And I got to tell you, just looking at these two gentlemen, when I'm looking
Ladies
at
and
James
gentlemen,
Martin,
our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Welterweight Division, powered by Walking Window Tinting. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 170 pounds. He trains at One Touch Fight Team and Academy. Joining us from McHenry, Illinois, Jerry Areola. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 171 pounds. He trains at CU Jiu-Jitsu and is sponsored by Barrick Boxing and Vision Fitness. Joining us from Tolono, Illinois, James Martin.
and before we got cut off, I was just making a comment that if you look at Martin's legs compared to Areola just looks like he has a beastly physique. And that may be where his weak point is over at White. We'll see. Is this going to be a striking match? Is this going to be a takedown match? Are we going for the sub? Here we go.
Not a lot of cheat days going on with James Areola's camp, I can tell that. But here we go, squaring off in the center of the cage here.
Now that guy's back looks shredded.
Looks like Martin has a few inches on him.
Quick kick upstairs.
Nice front kick there.
Nice job getting out of that grab, too. Straight left, right down the middle.
Nice one.
Ooh, good head kick. Caught him with that, too. Ooh, good front kick to the head.
Martin still plotting
Ooh,
forward there.
James
Big
White
takedown.
Big takedown.
Versatile.
Very much so.
You have to be.
In the world of mixed martial arts, you are correct, sir.
See what kind of ground game Martin has from the bottom. Doing a good job closing the space right now. Keeping his head trapped. Can't do that forever, though.
Areola trying to create some distance
Those,
in there.
those knees are pretty high, but I don't know that he's going to try to throw up his sub right now.
Definitely not looking like neither guy's opening up right now a whole lot. Bottom man could be, a lot of times I tell fighters that it's actually, look, if you're not going to be able to get up, if you can't escape out from under somebody and you want to get up, then just hug them and the ref will stand you up.
There you go.
You got to use tactics.
And he's done
fight IQ.
a very good job, again, at not allowing Areola to posture up whatsoever. He's barely able to get off those body shots.
Yeah.
Right now, his hand is still trapped right under his neck as well. Martin's done a good job. I would almost say it's about time to stand this up. Maybe another 10, 15 seconds. And the ref's taking a good close look. There's some body shots that'll extend it out.
We have 1 minute and 10 seconds left here in this first round. Martin firing away from his back here. Areola pounding away at the midsection there, rib cage.
Yeah, if I'm the ref, I'm thinking about standing them up.
Up there he goes for that arm.
Well,
it's not quite there. Not quite
Tell you
there.
what, nice job getting those legs up there.
I'll tell you, they were high the entire time.
Areola got out.
Yep.
Leg lock attempt
Going
now.
for the leg lock. Nice
I tell
transition
you
from
what,
Martin.
yeah, real good grappling.
And
Beautiful.
Martin took some shots too. He's showing he's in there to win this fight.
Now Martin's cross sides now. Areola gets guard back. Both guys, very, very good technique.
And right now, with 30 seconds left in this round, you got to say it could be anybody's round.
Martin passing that guard.
Areola had the better striking, had a little bit more time in the mount. But if we can get a couple big shots off right here, it could definitely change the way the round goes.
In the guard, you mean?
Yes.
10 seconds left here in this first round.
Yes. From side mount.
Okay.
Yes. But then again, this is still amateur, so there are no elbows.
Right.
You got to keep it with fists. And there he's trying to do it right there with a couple shots.
There you go. Into the first round.
Pretty quality amateurs.
Absolutely. I'd still give that round to Areola.
Yeah.
I think he did a little bit more.
Definitely.
But at the same time, to say that James Martin just came in to lose, he certainly did not.
Absolutely
And he's
not.
certainly not out of this fight.
Shows he knows what he's doing there.
Yeah, without a doubt. Both fighters with a very scrappy performance here in this first round. The lovely Dot, ring girl, letting us know what round we're heading into.
And that's round 2.
Round 2.
So it's not going to be round 3 up on the screen this time around, right? We're going to make sure that doesn't happen.
We're going to find out.
And we're looking at some of the action right here. Areola on top, but getting
a attempt there.
Yep.
But
as we get ready to start round number 2. Jerry Areola and James the White Wolf Martin here. As we're kicking off night number 2 of Caged Aggression. No limits, right here live and direct from the River Center and live streaming around the world at cagedaggression.tv. Here we go. They keep this one standing.
Body kick by Martin. Okay, a little low. Leg kick by Areola.
Ooh, big overhand right.
Ooh, but he caught one coming in.
Absolutely, nice counter from Martin.
Martin very flat-footed, however. Not a lot of movement on those feet.
Right.
Good
Big
leg kick.
Big one.
Set it up next time.
Meanwhile, Areola's trying a little bit more movement. Dipping in and out.
That's what he said he wanted to do. In and out. Nice takedown again from Areola.
let him know that punch was coming from Tennessee. Easy to get in on those takedowns.
And I agree. Martin has to set that up with a jab. You know, he's
but again, that's the bouncing in and out and making them think you're going to come after him. So it's always mechanically looks the same whether you're actually coming or not. And that's, you know, that's your camouflage in a fight, right?
Areola posturing up. He was anyway. 1 minute and 30 seconds left here in round two.
Martin doing a good job of avoiding big shots, but really not at advancing his position or looking for that sub. He's got the legs pretty high. He's got them pretty high. Is he going to be able to throw up a triangle or go for an arm? I'm not sure.
Well, I tell you what, he's got his arm trapped right now between the
oh, yes, he does,
hamstring
absolutely.
and calf of
Yep.
Areola. Areola's deliberately sitting on that so that he can do this and start punching.
Taking away one of those weapons. 45 seconds left to go here in the second round.
And he's trying to transition to the triangle.
Into that leg again.
Areola nice stepping out of that.
Yep. Nice Superman there.
Good
Nice
left,
counter.
right.
Nice counter from Martin after that Superman attempt from Areola.
30 seconds left in the second round. Martin goes for the 1-2, but won't get a shot on. Able to stop the takedown.
Yep. 15 seconds left here with
Good
Martin.
knee to the body.
Martin with Areola up against the cage here. Oh, big right hand. Counter punches from Martin. Yes, he's definitely stuffing them shots. Wow.
The question is, does that right hand win him the round? That's a close round and a big explosion at the end. I probably give it to Areola before that striking exchange, but those last 3-4 shots backed him up. Didn't knock him down, but is that enough to make a 10-9 round for Martin?
It scored.
And make this third round everything.
That's a good competitive fight.
I agree.
Very much so. Martin came to scrap, no doubt about that.
And we're watching some of the shots here again. Areola on top most of the round, kind of been the story of this fight. Here we are, less than 30 seconds to go. And
nice
we get
counter there.
This striking exchange at the end here, after he gets off the cage, really goes Martin's way. Oh, we went back to 2 minutes in.
Martin doing a very good job of counter punching.
Here we go.
Both fighters still light on their feet here, ready to go. Plenty of gas in the tank so far.
Which round is this?
This is the third and deciding round, in my opinion.
Just checking on you.
I thought it was the first, damn it. Inside leg kick there from Martin to open things up. Feints galore here as we open up this third and final round.
You know, Areola's looking good on the feet, but he is just looking a step slower in this third round. And you got to wonder, is it because of that heavily muscled physique?
Oh, Martin's definitely no anorexic. He's be hanging in there.
Nice shot, getting the underhook on that takedown attempt.
Switching position is Martin there, switching his stance. Inside leg kick from Areola, nice front or side kick there. 2 minutes left here in the third and final round.
Which fighter's going to feel the sense of urgency and open up first?
Without a doubt.
Body kick attempt by Martin, blocked by Areola. Good straight left from Areola.
I do believe strikes return. This third round is the difference maker. Bermas, you are correct. Who has the sense of urgency to close the deal?
Both guys throwing knees.
Ooh, good right. Nice knee from Martin. Left, right again. Avoids the takedown.
Nice
Big
uppercut
uppercuts from Areola.
Nice
about
clinch.
3 straight.
Yeah, and Martin's doing a good job now of stopping those takedowns.
Yes, he is.
1 minute, 30 seconds left.
Left, right.
Nice body kick from Areola there.
Minute and 20 to go. Ooh, a head
Off
kick
the
just
glove there.
missed.
Whoa, left, nice straight left from Areola.
I mean, that head kick caught him, but it caught him at the end of the foot, not the ankle. Oh, good right from Martin. Backs him up right there.
Martin's like, come on, let's go.
Absolutely. Martin's ready to fight.
He's ready to fight in the phone booth right now, and he's trying. The 1-2s are there.
I think Martin's getting the better of these exchanges.
It's a close fight. It's coming down to this last minute.
Nice uppercut.
Ooh, good left, right. Good left,
Big
right.
shot.
Yes.
Stuns Areola.
And Areola crowds him right there. Probably does the right thing to clear the cobwebs, but now he's got to turn him on the cage and put some offense in. He wants to take this third round.
Yeah, time is not with him right now with 30 seconds left here in the third round.
Martin doing a good job digging that forehead in, controlling the head. See how he digs it and changes.
Absolutely. Nice knees in the inside from Areola. 10 seconds. Big uppercut there from Martin.
Right by Areola, man.
He got rocked.
Yeah, he just took a big head kick there, too.
He's hurt.
This is a close one, boys.
Close fight.
Yeah.
Close fight.
Good fight.
Very good fight.
Man, would love to see 2 more on this one. Good sportsmanship being shown by both competitors. Always love to see that. This will be very interesting to see how the judges score this one.
You get a split on this one for sure.
Areola looks like he's ready to go some more.
And here's some of the action from the 3rd round.
Nice straight left
that,
there.
That head kick I was talking about, just hit him with the end of the foot. But again, James Martin stepping into this one with some big offense in the 3rd. Kept it on the feet, kept stuffing those takedowns.
Nice uppercuts there in the clinch, yeah, without a doubt.
And it looks like 3 or 4 cleanly landed.
Yeah.
Martin ate all those.
Like that one's a little off the glove there, that high kick from Areola.
Ate that like a 4-pack of McNuggets, really.
Mixed nugget.
There's a solid
Ooh, nice shot.
left.
Martin bringing it with the barrage of shots there.
You know, just aggression. You know, the aggression at those points can win you, you know, a round.
Especially when they're that close, right?
Yeah, going at the right time.
As we await the final word from the judges here. As we are rounding out the first half of the evening here.
It's a close fight.
Very close.
Very close fight.
Again, I will not be surprised if this ends up being a split decision.
Me either. So what do we got coming up later on there, Jeff?
Well, the second half, we got the ladies stepping back to the cage. We got Corey Noble and Claire Schneckloff, no stranger to the Caged Aggression cage. And, of course, we still have our co-main event, Scott Ritz and Clint Anderson, coming up for Clint's final fight of his career. Here we go with the final word.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for our decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jerry Areola. Come on over, Jerry. Hey, buddy, first of all, man, congratulations on the win. Definitely tell you earned it all. Talk to us real quick about how it feels getting that win and the performance tonight.
You know, this is my first time fighting at Caged Aggression, and, you know, I just love Iowa City. You know, it's got a beautiful river, beautiful women, and the competition is just clearly higher than it is at other fight cards.
So look, tell us then, because I'm sure you gained a few fans in the crowd tonight, what's up next for Jerry?
Another fight for here.
I like the way that sounds. Well, hey, before I let you get to it, anyone you want to thank, anyone you want to mention?
These guys right here, family in the crowd, friends that couldn't make it from Oak Lawn, all my teammates in the back. I'm just grateful right now, you know.
For sure. Social media or anything like that you want to point anyone towards?
Yeah. Bracken Box is one of my sponsors, and findyourperfecthouse.com. And my Instagram's JARE_OLA.
Gotcha. Well, look, definitely looking forward to seeing what comes next. Would love to get you back in the camera cage very soon, but until then, man, enjoy that victory. And let's hear it one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for your winner, Jerry Areola.
The Bud Light logo makes people think our seltzer is a beer, so we recruited retired NFL player Nick Mangold to block it out.
Twice this year?
My mom was
so jealous. Oh, it's a hard seltzer. Wow, that's a lot of tape.
Bud Light Seltzer. No beer, just great taste.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a 10-minute intermission. When we come back, we're going to have all of our championship title fights and our all-pro card. That's coming up right after this 10-minute break.
And as I was just saying, James Martin really has nothing to be ashamed of in that fight. I thought it was closer than the scorecards put out there.
Yeah.
And really the whole first half has been nothing but excitement. Clay Larson pulling out the submission victory. Alicia Williams towering over McKenna Davis's striking. Brandon Mills, the son of Matt Hughes, coming away with the victory. Coming against diversity, getting rocked a couple times, still finding a way through it. Brandon Peshek putting on a show against Jacoby Helmers, who really had some solid striking in that fight, but just couldn't eke it out. We had the Buffington-Quinn Murphy fight, Quinn Murphy coming out on top, and then what we just saw, Jerry Ariola just squeaking out that victory, guys.
That was a good scrap, man. That definitely was, I didn't see that necessarily as unanimous. I think they both put forth a very, very strong effort, but obviously Jerry Ariola picking up the W. I'm looking forward to seeing both of those guys in the future, because I'm seeing a bright future for both of those guys.
But I want to go back to the Alicia Williams and McKenna Davis fight. McKenna Davis was striking early on in that first round. She looks very crisp. Anytime she was on her feet, she looked great. But the grit of Williams, with her husband cornering her, coming off 75 pounds of weight loss.
Which is impressive.
And I tell you what, look, she showed she's got the endurance. She had to work the weight off, which is going to get you in great shape cardio-wise, right? So, impressive. I think
certainly
that's
a chin, right? Certainly a chin.
So far, to me, that's the most impressive performance so far tonight.
That was really, like she said, and many people kind of went through this during COVID, put on a lot of weight, kind of wasn't necessarily taking best care of herself. She took that opportunity to better herself, and here she is, so much lighter in weight, now jumping into the world of mixed martial arts, picking up a very, very impressive win. And ladies and gentlemen, that was just the first half of night number 2. And like Jason Vargas was saying, we have our championship fights coming up. We have Claire Schneckcloth, no stranger to the Caged Aggression cage, coming up, going to be facing against Corey Noble. And, we got a lot going on. Scott Ritz and Clint Anderson in Clint Anderson's swan song tonight. Let me ask you, champ. Obviously you have to be as mentally disciplined as possible, but your final fight of your career, I know you went through that as well. Could that play?
I never said I retired, though.
Well, I remember the last fight where you made very short work of your opponent, but does that play?
We're getting in there? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't intend to, unless I can find somebody with no experience or something.
So me.
You didn't realize that's who I was training you
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
But no, it's, look, it's a, hey, yeah, you want to go out with a win.
Of course, yeah.
And he's got a tough fight tonight, so, that's up in the air.
Absolutely.
I mean, Mike Goodwin makes it very clear, I'm not going to give anybody the give me.
No.
It's just not going to happen.
No gimmies. That's never happening here in Caged Aggression. And then, of course, Josh Neal having a very tumultuous week, having a couple opponents dip out, and here he is now faced with a very tough Brady Minner, who, like you said, his brother, the lineage of that family is very tough.
Derek Minner, very tough. Both are great wrestlers, both just rugged, put you on your back and beat the hell out of you kind of guys. But Brady, and I talked to both of them, and Derek said, you know me, Pat, if I can get them on their back and, beat them up, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just grind them out and beat the hell out of them. But he goes, Brady, yeah, he'll beat on somebody, and he knows he's got the fight one in that position, but he'll literally just get up, and he wants to have fun. So,
well, Josh Neal definitely has his work cut out for him. As we've said in our intro, Josh is improving exponentially in every fight, but he definitely has his work cut out for him tonight as he is going up against Brady Minner, a last-minute replacement for his opponent for that welterweight strap.
Yeah, and, we're talking about this, the Josh Neal of earlier in his career, was a guy that wasn't sure of himself. You could tell in certain places in fights and in training, he didn't have that confidence, right? He didn't have that belief. But what I've seen over the past couple of years from him, he's a totally different guy mentally, and you can tell in his fights. I mean, he's been through some grinders and come back on guys and put it on them. So that shows that he's mentally tough, and that many times can be the difference in a fight. So, and I also wanted to point out, I think, since we're only in October, is there a way that we could persuade Mike Goodwin to do another show before the new year?
Only if it's 4 in a row.
Or maybe
I don't want 1 or 2. I want 4 fights in a row, 4 nights.
Or maybe a New Year's special.
Hey, there you go.
Right? A New Year's Eve special. Huh?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, find Mike Goodwin on social media, email him to death, and let's make this happen. Otherwise, this will be the last event of the year, and I think we'll be back in March, unless we do another one, which I'm always down for.
I mean, what do you have better to do on New Year's Eve, really?
Right. Yeah,
why not run it the 26th, 27th, 28th, the 29th?
Well, look,
get 4-banger.
I don't think that's appropriate because it's right after Christmas. Everybody blew their money on Christmas, right? on Tonkas and Barbies and all the other stuff, right?
PlayStation, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, do one show, New Year's Eve, blow it out, do it big.
A one-nighter? Wow.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Until we get there, I can't wait for tonight to see if Josh Neal can pull it off and really make the Caged Aggression promotion his own.
Yeah.
It really is his at this point, but that would, be the cherry on top of a career out here in Iowa.
He has a lot of fights in this organization.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the second half of the evening. The ladies will be in there. Like I said, Corey Noble and Claire Schneckloff. Our co-main event of the evening, Scott Ritz and Clint Anderson in his retirement fight. And, of course, our main event, Brady Minner going up against El Tigre, Josh Neal. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Jason Bermas here for Caged Aggression, and we were with Scott Ritz. He's going to be facing off against Clint Anderson in the co-main event. Scott, tell us what the game plan is.
The game plan is just kind of play my game, go where the fight takes me, and just kind of see what he's going to bring and just go from there.
Now, obviously, this is his last fight, so he's going to have the crowd behind him. He's a veteran in Caged Aggression. Does that play into your game plan whatsoever?
No, because once we get in the cage, everything kind of just goes blank, and you just kind of focus on your opponent, and you can't really see or really hear the crowd too much, so I don't think that'd be a big deal.
And then let's talk about the camp. How did this camp go in comparison to some of your others?
That's a good question. So this is the camp coming off of COVID, and I had a fight canceled before this, so I was already in pretty good shape before I started this camp, so that allowed me to get in probably the best shape I've ever been in my life. So this is the easiest weight cut I've ever had, and the best I felt going into a fight for sure.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Jeffrey Wilson here with Clint Anderson, who is going to be participating in our co-main event of the evening, facing off against Scott Ritz in what is going to be his final fight of his career. Give us your thoughts, man. How was the weight cut? How was the camp? And just give us your emotional state right now. Your last fight, man. It's a long career coming to an end.
Camp went well, real well, actually. Weight cut was pretty easy this time. I've been training for this fight. I knew it was going to happen back in like May or June. I asked Mike about it back then, so I just kind of went in with the mindset like I was going to be fighting. So I started my camp back in June or July, real hard. So the weight cut was easy, and I'm in good shape, and I'm ready to go.
Well, I spoke to Mike, and he said your mental state is like better than it's ever been. Give us a little thoughts and insight onto that.
Yeah, I took a couple years off after my last fight, and I just started thinking about stuff. I don't know, just freeing my mind and started not wasting time on stuff that didn't matter. You know what I mean? And start consuming my mind with things that did matter come fight time. So, yeah, I'm just in a better place this time. I'm mentally ready, physically ready. So I'm just excited to get in there and do it one last time.
And I am here with El Tigre, Josh Neal, and he's going to be facing off with his opponent at CagedAggression.tv. You have had a very, very tumultuous week. Camps can be tough and stressful already, but you have, I think it's Brady Minner going to be facing off against, and I'm just getting to know this gentleman because your opponent have changed a couple times. How's it been going this week, man? I know it's been a little crazy.
Yeah, it's been not what we expected, but, roll with the punches like usual, and I'm just happy to have a fight and get in there and fight for the title tomorrow and do my thing.
And that's what's up. It is still for the title, ladies and gentlemen. And, we've talked a couple times on the Everything Combat podcast. You're very cool, man. It's very cool getting to know you and watching you progress in the game. I know these kind of days are a little bit more stressful, and we've kind of talked about it. You're prepared for wherever the fight goes.
Can I have your
but
attention,
has any of that stress this week changed
Will
your
you
game plan? I know we've
report to
talked
the
about
cage?
looking at
All
tendencies and
cage
behaviors
side
of fighters,
officials,
not
please
exactly
report to the
having
cage.
enough time or
Thank
that
you.
much time to study this fighter's tendencies. Does that change your game plan at all?
Not really, man. Like I said, for the most part, I always look at a couple things that I could pick out that I need to look out for. I saw some videos, but like I said, I always focus on what I'm good at and what, they're not good at. And I just roll with what I'm good at, and it's works for me from here on out, so.
If it ain't broke, don't break it, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Neal going up against Brady Minner for the strap, the welterweight strap. And Caged Aggression has been a launching pad to many, many careers, and Josh is looking to take advantage of that, pick up that gold. Ladies and gentlemen, CagedAggression.tv is where you can pick it all up. El Tigre, wish you all the best, my friend. And we are back. And the ladies are going to be scoring off. Corey Noble going up against Nose straight into the Caged Aggression cage. Claire Schneckloff. As Corey Noble makes her way to the cage, fighting out of Elite Boxing Academy, Waterloo, Iowa. She's excited for this one. Her last hurrah before she turns 30. Hope it's fireworks, she says.
And she's certainly got a little jib in her foot right there. A little Dancy McDance on the way down. Looking excited, looking fresh, looking to step into that Caged Aggression cage. Love to see those smiles on a fighter. So excited to get out there and step into the cage.
Now, what was it that Claire was saying about fighting this young lady when we interviewed her?
That she likes her a lot. I mean, I asked her and I asked you, does she realize she's fighting? Her attitude going into it is the attitude you think it would have afterwards. Like, she was cool. But like going into it, she's like a fan favorite of her opponent.
Yeah. I mean, Claire's just a kind person.
Yes.
Which she has improved immensely in her technique and everything, and she's having a lot of fun. I just, going into it with that mentality can leave you open to getting injured. So that's the thing.
That's what I was asking you about during our interview. Is that kind of more lackadaisical approach something that lends itself to, not that she doesn't take it seriously, but...
No, she's taking it serious. And Claire's been running like crazy, she said. And she said after being on...
Everything Combat.
Black Oxygen.
Oh.
that her endurance went through the roof.
Oh, yes, without a doubt. As Corey Noble makes her way as in the cage here, we await Claire Schneckloth fighting out of Summit Nyquist Mitt Beast Asylum Athletics here in Eldridge, Iowa. She's here for the chicks and the adrenaline. I love Claire Schneckloth. Thoughts on her matchup? That her opponent is ridiculously attractive. See, this is all echoes of what we're talking about here. What do you feel are some of your strengths? She X'd that out and put weaknesses. I'm ticklish. I'm predictable. I'm horrible at kicking. My stance is terrible. My striking is all over the place. Worst of all, my cardio. I love it.
I read that before, and she's all smiles on the way down, but she's also accompanied by Jordan All Smiles Trowers. So you can't lose in that situation. She's a bit of a comedian right there, but there's nothing funny about stepping into an MMA cage.
Yes.
So we got to see if she's going to be able to flip that switch and not just be a comedian in there, but throw some punches and some high kicks.
Right. Well, and that's what we tend to see. Once that door closes, she does flip the switch, and she's ready to fight. She looks up to the king himself, Mr. Mike Goodwin, and everyone ballsy enough to do what they do. Some interesting facts about her MMA career. She now have 2 former opponents to corner her. That's awesome. That's cool. She cultivates relationships, with her opponents, but going into it, a little more lackadaisical, but like I said, once she steps in that cage, she is all business.
She's enjoying the experience of life.
True that, and that is so very true.
She walked over the bridges.
She almost died, right? Or she did die. In the ATV accident, she did die, came back.
And that changed her mentality.
Without a doubt. She's definitely taking life by the reins, and here she is about ready to step into the Caged Aggression cage once again to pit her skills against a very tough Corey Noble. I mean, you can't be mad at her. She's here for the chicks and the adrenaline. I love it.
Isn't that what we're all here for?
I would have to say so.
That and the soft pretzels, right?
And the incredible company.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Women's Flyweight Division, powered by Old Town Heating and Air. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 feet, 5 inches tall and weighed in at 124 pounds. She trains at Elite Boxing Academy and Fitness. Joining us from Waterloo, Iowa, Corey Noble. And her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet, 6 inches tall and weighed in at 124 pounds. She trains at Summit Training Center, Nyquist Roundhouse Martial Arts, and Mitt Beast Boxing, and is sponsored by Yabba Dabba's House of Glass, Georgie's Bar and Grill, and Busted Barbell Fitness. Joining us from Davenport, Iowa, Claire Schneckloth.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The ladies are about ready to get on the good foot and do the bad thing. Claire Schneckloth facing off against Corey Noble. Here we go. Round 1 begins, touching up in the center of the cage.
And this is a whole different type of no pants dance right here. Let's see where we go.
Oh, nice right hand by Claire.
Corey walking her down here.
Claire looks plenty serious now.
Yep. Nothing like getting punched in the face to take that smile away.
Corey Noble almost has a karate-like stance. You know, it's a very reminiscent of an offensive-type Machida. You know, Machida likes to step back with those hands like that. She's stepping forward.
And she's got a good left hook. She's been landing that on Claire. Claire's definitely improved the speed of her punches. She's parrying punches now, which is very good.
Well, and you've actually held mids for her, champ. What are you seeing that any improvements that she's made here in the opening moments of this first round?
Well, just that, I mean, she's moving much better. She's moving better. She needs to bounce a little bit more. She's got
that leg kick wobbled her a little bit into that right.
Leg kicks there from Corey Noble, finding a home there on Sneckloff.
Corey's doing a great job of keeping that distance, leaning in with that left, and then closing with that right when it's available. She's not going to it every single time. It's not a 1-2 every time. Sometimes she's leading 3 times with that jab.
Switching stances with Noble.
Claire needs to straighten. That was the right hand. She needs to straighten it out like that.
Again with that left, stepping in.
Yes.
Switching to the body.
Going head body, absolutely. Inside leg kick there from Noble. 1 minute, 20 seconds left here in this first round.
And you know, if I'm Claire,
she's hurt. Whoa, Corey Noble.
This could be almost over.
It's over.
It's over.
With an impressive first round stoppage of Claire Sneckloff.
You know, just before that, she was leaning in with that straight so many times that Claire really needed to find a way to step to the left and counter, and instead, she got caught with that right hand after being set up with that
big
left.
uppercut as well, if we can see the replay in the back, guys.
She got blistered with that combo.
Yeah, punches and bunches. Claire was just not able to defend against all those. Impressive performance from Corey Noble, without a shadow of a doubt.
You know, Corey Noble came in there really composed, game plan, looked good on the feet. I'd like to see her against another striker. You know, let's build her up a little bit. But here it is right here, the beginning of the end, a couple of those uppercuts. And, you know, basically those straight lefts set everything up. She was stepping in, she was getting comfortable. As soon as she had her wobbled, she stepped her in, into the cage, and unloaded.
I mean, the jab is the key, always. Boxing, kickboxing, MMA, it doesn't matter.
And Corey was firing away with them, setting up a lot of those strikes with those jabs. And again, as we talk to Claire, you know, she doesn't look at losing as any kind of failure, but just opportunities to learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Josh Stewart, has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 48 seconds into round 1, declaring your winner by TKO, Corey Noble.
There's the flurry.
All right, Corey, first of all, congratulations on the win, the stoppage win. Hey, it took a little, or it looked like you were taking a little bit, feeling things out some. What was the game plan you had coming into tonight?
The game plan was come here and have some fun, and I wanted it to last a little longer than it did. I promised my fans that I would make it last longer in the first round, but I had fun, yes.
So you had fun at least?
Yes.
Good.
I wish it was a little longer fun.
Well, hey, that was the next question. You wanted it to be a little longer. What's around the corner? Anything up next, or what are the plans?
Yep, tonight we're celebrating my birthday. That's what's around the corner, so.
All right, well, hey, while everyone else is here, where's the celebration going down?
Ruby's.
There you go.
We got birthday cake.
All right, well, hey, before I let you get back to it, is there anyone you want to thank, anyone you want to mention?
Oh yeah, I got so many people to thank. First, Mike Goodwin for giving me this opportunity. Claire for taking the fight. Coach Mark, Coach Johnny, I got Coach Jerry, Coach James, Big T, who I was out of training for more than a year and he got me back into it. So many people, my family and friends here supporting me out there. You can hear them. Everyone back home who ordered this on pay-per-view, I appreciate it.
All right, well, hey, once again, congratulations on the win. Happy birthday. And let's hear it one more time, birthday loud, for your winner tonight, Corey Noble.
Very impressive performance there from Corey Noble with a first-round stoppage of a very tough Claire Sneckloff. As we move on to our next scrap, Jared Braun versus Kai Brunk.
I've always wanted to be named Kai, right? It's a pretty sweet name. Kind of like just a badass name altogether.
I think Neo's a good one.
You know, I guess 3 letters, right? That's the way you want to do it.
Right.
Neo, Kai.
Kai Brunk out of Real Warrior Academy, Des Moines, Iowa. He was bullied and took classes to learn defense. Met Nate Teddy Bear Williams there, signed him for his first fight on a few days' notice after training for a few months rather. Looks at his matchup, he comes from one hell of a gym. He respects him and his gym. They produce great talent, and he's a good wrestler, but I am a great fighter. Feels his speed, unpredictability, dynamic striking, and tenacious grappling will be the difference maker. Looks up to Nate Williams and Israel Adesanya. Never gone the distance before, and this is his fourth title fight.
A little bit of experience there.
Absolutely. Looking forward to this one as he's getting ready to face Jared Braun. As Kai Brunk gets ready to step into the Caged Aggression cage to put in some work.
Now, Pat, when you meet a guy that has the nickname Teddy Bear, how much irony do you expect is sewn into that nickname? Or do you think you're going to meet a real teddy bear?
Yeah, no. Not if he, not, especially if he's got a lot of experience and a good record, right?
Exactly.
Somebody called him Teddy Bear, though.
As Jared Braun makes his way to the cage, coming to the ring, coming to the cage with the Mortal Kombat theme music. Out of Valley Flow, striking Chicago, Illinois. Had a college teammate named Dimitri Boyer, who had a fight during the preseason of his freshman NCAA wrestling season. He talked him into taking a fight after the season, and he did. He was hooked. So much that his next fight was the next weekend. Feels that this fight should be action-packed. His opponent loves to get into dogfights. He thinks his fight IQ will really shine and make the difference. Wrestling is his strength, and as a wrestler for the last 14 years, he feels that'll be a difference maker. However, lately, he's been able to mix his wrestling with all of his striking, trying to become a complete package. Looks up to Khabib Nurmagomedov. He's the only one I looked up to as he's reached the pinnacle of MMA fighting and still lives his life right. Very honorable. Little MMA story from him. He took his first 4 fights with 0 striking or jiu-jitsu training or knowledge. Just a 19-year-old college wrestler. Looking back now, that was funny.
You know, and I think that gets overlooked so much in MMA. Somebody like Khabib Nurmagomedov that can be at the top of his game and not be in the headlines for all those negative things. Yeah. It's such a rare thing these days in any type of major sport. You know, Dustin Poirier is another great example of that. You know, has his own business, is giving to charities, isn't in the headlines. So it's nice to see an up-and-coming MMA fighter putting that on a pedestal as well.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds for the Caged Aggression Amateur Flyweight Championship. Powered by Stand and Protect. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 123 pounds. He trains at Real Warrior Academy and is sponsored by Family Law Solutions of Iowa, BAM Basements and Masons, Chicken Coop, Creep Show LLC, 805 Leather Outpost, and Smokin' Hot Fine Cigars and Vapors. Joining us from Des Moines, Iowa, Kai Brunk! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 125 pounds. He trains at Izzy Styles School of Wrestling and Valley Flow Striking, and is sponsored by Brian's Outdoor Solutions. Joining us from Chicago, Illinois, Jared Braun!
Here we go. Kai Brunk versus Jared Braun. Both these guys ready to go.
Round 1 ready. Round 1 blue, you ready? Fight!
Touching up in the center of the cage, coming out, firing.
Both of them landing jabs.
Jared Braun with a left-right, but gets caught on the way in.
Into the leg kick there from Brunk.
Ooh, another
caught
right
him with
that
the right.
caught him.
Yes.
Right into the takedown.
Trying to get that guillotine. Armbar transition. Beautiful.
He might have that arm.
He's got the legs both on one side. That's going to be very difficult.
Kai still going for it. He works his way out. On top, Jared Braun.
Nice job taking his back, forcing him over. Locked up the arm and the head and just drove him over and took his back.
Good roll. Nice roll there from Brunk.
Nice job just riding on the wave there. Staying on top. Here he is.
Now inside control.
Look at that awkward position. You don't see that every time.
You do not.
He's trying to choke him right here.
He is trying to choke. Now, what are the chances that he's able to get this in?
If you hit it right, it's very tight.
He doesn't seem like he has any kind of lock
because their own shoulder gets forced into one side of their neck to cut off the blood flow on one side, and then your shoulder is supposed to cut off the other.
1 minute and 45 seconds left here in this first round. Jared Braun,
and now Jared Braun just eases into full mount.
Dropping some shots, gets his back once again, needs to flatten him out, get those hooks in.
What we're seeing is the difference between submissions and the fundamentals of position and how much more power there is in fundamentals of position.
He's going for that neck. It's under the chin, but does he have it in the right direction?
It's tough to see.
It's under there. It is under there.
But he doesn't quite have the right angle.
He's going to tap Jared Braun. With 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this first round, making very short work of Kai Brunk.
Wow, buddy.
With a very tight submission there.
Again, solid fundamentals in positioning. Hard to lose a fight when you can control position.
Absolutely, and he got clipped with a pretty good one, right into that takedown. Then it was all groundwork, a lot of interesting positions, a lot of interesting scrambles, and he found just that right angle. And he didn't even really have it that deep, right? He had a decent angle on it, but he was still kind of riding him on that side mount.
He wasn't fully on his back.
No, he wasn't.
Right.
And I mean, you're looking at it right there. He's got that side mount, and you can see his arms pumping, and he just gets it in enough.
That was in there tight.
That was an awkward angle to get that
It really
finish.
was. It really was.
Well, it's what he did to adjust to increase the pressure is he drove his body weight down into him. See how he's driving his body weight down?
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what...
Cutting off that carotid artery.
Both of them, yeah.
Very impressive performance from Jared Braun.
Smiles and celebrations in the cage.
Rightfully so. Mike Goodwin in here to deliver some gold gifts.
That 145 strap, here it comes.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Josh Stewart, has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 45 seconds into round one, declaring your winner by submission due to rear naked choke and new Caged Aggression Amateur Flyweight Champion, Jared Braun.
I'm sorry, that was 145 into the fight, not the 145 belts, flyweight.
Yes. Got a new champ, Jared Braun. Good to see that sportsmanship.
All right, come on over here, Jared. I should say champ. Hey, we're here with your winner and new Caged Aggression Amateur Flyweight Champion, Jared Braun. Jared, hey, congratulations on the win. Tell us how it feels wearing that strap.
It feels phenomenal because there's been 2 times before that I've come to a title fight in my life, and those are the 2 losses that are on my record, 1 at 35, 1 at 25. So it feels great to finally on the 3rd hump get over that, get a belt, and honestly, I'm ready to make the jump to the big leagues, but I just, of course, needed to go ahead and, shake some things out, get the belt, and then be like, okay, now I'm ready to go ahead and jump to the big boys, the pro leagues.
I got you. Well, hey, look, you did something that's not very easy to do. You put away Kai Brunk about halfway through the first round. Anything come unexpected in that fight or anything surprise you?
No, sir. Me and my coach, Mike Valley, we worked on this. We specifically have been talking about the things that we need to go ahead and be aware of. And then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and stick to my game plan and do what I do, which is strike and wrestle. So we knew what we were expecting, and we had the better option, so no fear.
There you go. Well, hey, before I let you get to the celebration, is there anyone you want to thank? Anything you want to mention?
Yeah, I actually got a big list here. I got Coach Mike Valley, of course. I got Izzy Style Wrestling and all the guys back home watching right now. Corey Clark, love that guy. And then, of course, obviously, my niece was born last night. So there was no way that I was going out without a W. So Sam, Lisa, congratulations. I can't wait to see you guys when I get to Arizona.
Well, hey, I want to congratulate you again one more time on the victory tonight. Congratulations on the championship. We're looking forward to seeing more of you in this cage. But until then, man, enjoy the win. Let's hear it loud one more time for your new Caged Aggression Amateur Flyweight Champion, Jared Braun.
Are you tired of sending emails that never get opened? Engage your customers faster via text. Text messages have a 99% open rate. Let us help you reach your customers in the fastest, most efficient way possible by building a database of people who have opted in to receive messages from your brand. Tap on its easy-to-use, all-in-one SaaS platform turns customer communication and engagement from a repetitive task into a fun and simple process. People are visual. Our brains process images 60,000 times faster than words. Why just send a boring black and white text when you could be more creative and drive visibility and engagement? Highlight products, promotions, and calls to action by including multiple images, animated GIFs, or even short videos. Why choose Tap on It? We offer simple sign-up options for your customers, easy in-store and online redemptions, and enhanced text and social sharing capabilities. We'll create a custom microsite or can link to your brand's app or website with robust reporting and analytics, and use our audience manager to segment and target your audience with the right message to drive engagement and increase awareness. And you will have a dedicated client support specialist to help you with anything and everything along the way. Set up a demo with us now and get on your way to building your business through text with Tap on It.
We keep this ball moving here. Nico Jefferson about to square off against no stranger to the Caged Aggression cage, Brant Cooper. As Nico Jefferson makes his way to the cage, coming out to a little bit of Tupac Amaru Shakur. And big shout out to congratulations to Jared Braun on becoming the new Caged Aggression Amateur Flyweight Champion. As Nico Jefferson gets ready to square off against Brant Cooper in this matchup. Got Jefferson fighting out of Battle Horse Martial Arts. Got into this sport by accident. Went to a martial arts gym asking for directions, and he was amazed and looked at the workouts, and he was hooked ever since. He feels great about this matchup. Feels his first time inside the Caged Aggression cage. It is his first time in the Caged Aggression cage. He knows they put on great shows. He's really stoked about this one. His strengths, any fight I can keep standing, I feel I have a great chance of winning. I have over 20 KOs and TKOs, finishes between kickboxing, MMA, and Muay Thai, so the man can clearly throw some hands. Looks up to Anthony Rumble Johnson as his all-time favorite. And one of his MMA stories, he got into the sport late at the age of 27, in the best shape of his life right now at 37. It's never too late, ladies and gentlemen.
And he is looking like a physical specimen coming into that cage.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. Brant definitely has his work cut out for him. As we inch ourselves ever so closer to our co-main and main event of the evening. But before that, we must do Nico Jefferson and Brant Cooper. As Nico gets his final preparations taken care of as he gets ready to step into the Caged Aggression cage to get on the good foot and do the bad thing. Here he is. Nico Jefferson awaiting his opponent. And here is Brant Cooper fighting out of Wild Side MMA, Clarksville, Tennessee, fighting out of his hometown of Moline, Illinois. Got into the sport as a bet with friends Mike Diesel and Levi Kilroy. And he feels he is comfortable wherever the fight goes.
So you're saying he lost a bet and had the fight?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Or they said they bet him that he wouldn't fight.
Bet with friends Mike Diesel and Levi Kilroy. Don't know the exact nature of the bet, but apparently he lost, and here he is. And he's had a very illustrious career since then, so
he keeps losing bets.
But it's worked out for him. Brant Cooper is absolutely no joke.
Losing bets, you got to make your money back winning fights.
There you go. He switched it up, got out of the MMA world, did a little bit of boxing this summer, but here he is back in the Caged Aggression cage to face Nico Jefferson this evening. No more poll information, I guess. We are still experiencing some of those difficulties, but that's all right.
Gremlins.
Ghost in the machine. But we still have Brant Cooper and Nico Jefferson about ready to get in and scrap. Ladies and gentlemen, night number 2. Caged Aggression 32. No Limits has been absolutely off the chain, same as last night. It's been such an honor to be here once again calling the fights with Patrick J. Miletich as well as Jason Bermas. CagedAggression.tv. We have a blast here, man.
Well, it looks like he's already got a war wound coming in from training. Small little bump on his head right there from a possible hematoma or shot somewhere. Probably
Jason. I've got some dermatology training.
So what do we got? What do we got there?
That's it.
That is not a zit, Pat.
Dr. Pimple Popper weighing in here.
Listen, I know that I don't have the best vision all the time, but if that's a zit.
Brant Cooper making his laps, giving a touch-up to his opponent, almost tripping on the cord of the camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Professional Lightweight Division, powered by Rubies. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 155 pounds. He trains at Battle Horse MMA. Joining us from Champaign, Illinois, Nico Boom Boom Jefferson. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 156 pounds. He trains at Wildside Combat Sports Center and is sponsored by Yabba Dabba's House of Glass, Garden City Tattoo, Mac Fitness and Nutrition, Balanced Chiropractic, Bloom Hemp, Vital Proteins, Sure Fit Mouthguards, McCarl Family Racing, Alien Boy Boxing, and Whiteout Promotions. Joining us from Clarksville, Tennessee, Brant the Beast Cooper.
Take that last train to Clarksville, and I'll meet you at the station. If looks win fights, Brant Cooper is the GOAT. But of course, that's not what happens. Do not blink, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see this one going to the judges, but here we are as we kick off Brant Cooper versus Nico Jefferson.
Nice low kick by Jefferson. Oh, buddy,
big shot.
Big right.
Whoa, off balance there.
Arm with that leg kick, and he fell off balance as he did it.
I tell you what, Jefferson scrambled back to his feet quick, moving backwards the whole time. Agile.
Well, between kickboxing, MMA, and Muay Thai, he says he has 20 KOs or TKOs. So
another big right.
Brant needs to be careful.
You know,
nice outside leg kick. That Muay Thai is definitely coming in handy here. We can see it.
You know, he's the smaller fighter, but he's finding a way to get in there with that big right hand.
Switching up his strikes is Brant Cooper.
That's a good left hand right there.
That's Smoking Joe Frazier style right there, buddy.
Yeah, he's coming in with some heat, man. Brant needs to definitely keep unaware. Here we go. Brant.
Knees are coming.
Reverse position there. Back up. That knee to the body end him.
I wonder if it was to the body, though, because his back was to us, and he's so much shorter, it might have hit him in the chin the way it rocked him.
The way I looked, I thought that he had caught him right here in the sternum, but again, you're right, our angle was pretty tough.
We will see in the replay.
Yeah.
Brant Cooper with an impressive performance because Nico was coming out firing.
Yeah.
And he followed that knee up with an uppercut, regardless whether he caught him in the body or the chin.
It was a hard knee.
And that knee was tough. After that uppercut, I thought it was over. You know, he took a couple more shots on the ground, but really he just covered up, didn't show any offense.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that replay.
If that was a knee to the body, champ, talk to us about what that is to get the wind knocked out of you like that. You can't just recover like it.
I would rather get blasted with a kick in the head than get hit in the solar plexus of the liver with something I didn't see coming anyway, right? Because that's horrible. You want your diaphragm locked up. Yeah.
I've had that whole, it's locked up and you can't breathe, and you literally think you're going to die for a second. Here it comes.
Yeah,
so he turns him off the cage, and then here comes the knee.
Yeah, right in the
that
chin.
might have been to the chin.
That could have been to the chin. Still tough from that angle, but it looks like it must have got him on that chin because he buckled back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Bruce Allen, has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 2 seconds into round 1, declaring your winner by TKO, Brent the Beast Cooper.
Brent the Beast with an impressive first-round victory.
All right, here I am with your winner tonight, Brent Cooper. First of all, Brent, congratulations on getting back into the win column in such decisive fashion, man. Talk to us, tell us how that feels.
Feels great.
Man, a few words. I love that. I love that. Well, hey, look, we're going to work on getting some of your handiwork up here on the screen for you to walk us through. But why don't you talk to us about the game plan coming into that and how you decided to execute?
I just did my thing, man. We planned on him throwing a lot of kicks, worked on checking the kicks, the wild right hand that he hit me with in the beginning. And he got me with it, but got back up and got it done.
For sure. Well, hey, turn around here. We got that playing on the big screen for us. Why don't you walk us through the finish? We're going to put it up again, too.
Okay. Yeah, I was working the tie clinch, ready to get the knees in, and I hit him in the head, heard the crunch, and I just kept going forward.
All right. Well, hey, man. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed it. I'm sure everyone else here enjoyed it, too. Well, look, I do want to check with you. Things are back on track now. What's next for the Bees?
Whatever comes my way.
Go back to it.
That's right. Right.
All right. Well, hey, look, anyone you want to thank, anything you want to mention before I let you get to the celebration?
Everybody, man. First and foremost, Mike Goodwin for always having me on the show. You put on such a great show. Everybody enjoys it. Thank you so much. My team back in Clarksville, Wildside MMA. Love all them guys. My coach, my homeboy Levi, all the fans here, my family, everybody. Everybody.
Well, once again, Brant, congratulations on the win. Nothing ever comes easy in this cage. Enjoy it. And let's hear it one more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Brent the Beast Cooper.
Hey Caged Aggression fans, don't miss out on the official after party at Ruby's Beers, Bikes, and Brats, East on 3rd Street. You get the chance to hang out with the top MMA fighters while enjoying the endless draft selection Ruby's has to offer. Are you hungry? If so, Ruby's Kitchen will be open late, serving you the best brats, burgers, brat burgers, and tacos.
And here we go with the co-main event of the evening.
Yes.
How about the second half of this card so far, guys? The last three fights, first round finishes. Are we going to get that coming up in this co-main with Scott Ritz
going up against Clinton Anderson, yes, in his final fight of his illustrious career. Scott Ritz here from Rising Sun MMA. Got into MMA because he wrestled, and his wrestling coach helped out at Rising Sun MMA and told me to try it out, and here he is. Feels it's a good matchup, should be a good fight, and a good test for himself. Thinks his strengths are going to be, his biggest strength is he's well-rounded, can go anywhere. His role models growing up were always his grandfathers, and in the sport, I look up to my coach. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this. Lao Tao, maybe? Anyway, looks up to his coach. His career, he had some ups and downs, and he doesn't have too many interesting stories. The one I do have is the same coach got me into the sport, is the same person that got my head coach into the sport, that person being Ray Yeager. Coming out to a little bit of Mobb Deep, M-O-B-B, D-E-E-P. D-E-E-P, sorry.
And here it comes, the last walk for Clint Anderson.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. Something to behold here, man. The swan song for Clint Anderson, obviously wanting to pick up the W here, fighting out of Summit Training Center, Nyquist Roundhouse MMA out of Rock Island, Illinois. BJJ led him to the Miletich fighting system. You ever heard about that one, Pat?
I remember him when they were youngsters.
Yes. Miletich fighting system breeding many of top-level fighters. Feels his jiu-jitsu and transitions will be the difference maker. The people he looks up to. Pat Miletich sitting to my right. Drew McFedries, Spencer Fisher. Stories that he has regarding his MMA career. All of his pro wins are first-round finishes, all submissions. So the jiu-jitsu game is on point here with Clint Anderson. Let's see if he can replicate those performances here tonight against a very tough Scott Ritz. Spoke with Mike Goodwin, who knows Clint Anderson very well, and said his head is in a better place than he's ever seen him coming into this last fight. And of course, champ, as you know, your psychological mental state is so very important as you step into the cage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, ultimately, once you're a professional, it doesn't matter. You have to be on.
Yes.
There's no choice.
True that. Absolutely.
No matter what's going on in the world, what's going on in your personal life, what's going on in your finances, whatever, when you get in the cage, you just have to be on. That's the way it is.
Clint Anderson getting those final preparations, as you said, Bermas making that final walk.
So many emotions have to be going on right now.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. It all culminates to this moment right here for Clint Anderson. All the hard work, all the hours in the gym, all the sweat, all the blood and the tears is coming down to this moment right here as he gets ready to step into the cage for his last fight of his MMA career against Scott Ritz. For this, our main event of the evening, right here, Caged Aggression, No Limits, night number 2. Here we go.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Professional Welterweight Division, powered by La Quinta Inns and Suites. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 170 pounds. He trains at Rising Sun MMA and is sponsored by Lashes by Chow, Massage Associates, and 3 Strengthening and Frank's Gym. Joining us from Wausau, Wisconsin, Scott Ritz. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 171 pounds. He trains at Summit Training Center and Nyquist Roundhouse Martial Arts and is sponsored by Integrated Functional Health and Caged Aggression Fightwear. Joining us from Rock Island, Illinois, Clint, the Antagonist, Anderson.
Here we go. Our co-main event of the evening, Clint Anderson and Scott Ritz getting ready to get on the good foot and do the bad thing one last time for Clint.
Here we go.
It's on. Nice.
Scott Ritz with the leg kick right there.
Opening up with an outside leg kick, absolutely.
Ritz, remember, coming off a 2-year or so layoff.
Ring rust is real, is it not, champ?
I've seen it disproven numerous times, but yes, I've seen it.
That is true. That is true, actually.
I remember that Dominic Cruz comeback.
Ooh, nice right hand.
Quick right hand there.
Another leg kick inside from Ritz.
Let's see if Clint tries to go for that shot to try to get him to the ground to implement that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game. Another inside leg kick there. Finding a home with that is Scott Ritz.
Big shots.
1-2, just missing there.
Want to be moving that head.
Oh, dropped him. Dropped him with that left.
Oh, jeez.
Pounded away, dropping
bombs.
Yes, they are. This could be the beginning of the end. Clint doing a decent job of defending here, but Scott Ritz is relentless here as he gets into the side mount.
Did a good job of gaining his composure right there, but Ritz is all over him into side control right now.
We just witnessed an avalanche hitting somebody.
Well, this is where Clint wants to be
Mount.
if he wants to
right
implement
into
that
full mount. This could be the beginning of the end. A lot of time left, 3.5 minutes.
Yeah. Especially with the big elbows, he's going to be
It
through.
looks like it's just about done. These shots are getting through. I think they're calling this
Referee
fight.
on standby
it's
here.
Almost over. 4 more shots and it's over. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Many
Not getting
unanswered
through.
shots here.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Referee
13,
on standby.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's time
Not
to call that
intelligently
fight.
defending himself. Clint Anderson falling to Scott Ritz here in the opening moments of the first round.
And nobody wants that to be their last performance, but he stepped in there. He tried to do his thing. He got caught with a 1-2.
Clint's saying he's all right. It looks like, I'm not a mouth reader, but it looks like he's telling the ref he's all right. But clearly the ref saw several unanswered shots as you counted them off here, Bermas.
You can only cover up so much, right?
Yeah.
Before those 18 that I called, there were 5 or 6 that did get through.
There were.
Well, and it started with that initial barrage, Champ, as you said, the avalanche.
Yes.
That started
Here
that
it
whole...
comes right here. I think we're going to see it. The 1-2
No,
right
right
there.
Right
It
there
was
at the back of the head.
Well, the right caught him clean. The left on the way down to, it wasn't really the back of the head. It was
Those
the top of the
shots.
back by the ear. But here you go. Once he gets that full mount, forget about it.
Clint Anderson, ladies and gentlemen.
And Rince is obviously a very strong guy, good wrestler, good base, and a lot of power in those punches.
Right there, right behind the ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're correct, Bermas. Right behind the ear there, which obviously takes out your equilibrium. Clint goes down. Ritz opens up and just fires away with some vicious shots. Many unanswered shots, obviously, which is what prompted the referee to call a halt to the action.
Brutality.
You know, I don't want to say we were too spoiled for these first rounders, but Josh Neal likes to go to the distance. Let's see what happens in that main event.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Josh Stewart, has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 50 seconds into round 1, declaring your winner by TKO, Scott Ritz. All right, first of all, Scott, congratulations on the big win. You know, it's never easy coming into the hometown and walking out with the W. How's it feel getting the win after taking some time away from the sport?
It's been a long road. I'm just happy to be back, and I got a great opponent like Clint, so I got the win early, but I would like a little more time in the cage, but I'll take what I can get, yeah.
I hear you. So, anything around the corner, anything coming up next?
I want something this year, so if I can get something this year, I want it. So maybe in like the next month or two, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm in shape, so I didn't take any damage, so I'm ready to go right now.
All right. Well, hey, look, I did want to check with you real quick. Anyone you want to thank or anything you want to mention that helped you along with the victory?
I just want to say thanks to all the supporters, my friends and family who've been with me for these 2 years I haven't been able to fight. Big thanks to Lon and Shirley Tao over there. They've been with me my whole career, in my corner every single time, so I appreciate those guys a lot over there, and just everyone that came to support me, I just thank you.
Well, hey, look, we're definitely looking forward to seeing what the next chapter brings, but until then, enjoy the win, and let's hear it one more time for your winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Scott Ritz.
Don't stop.
All right, come on over, Clint. Hey, I wanted to speak first, on behalf of myself and the rest of the fans in Caged Aggression. Hey, it's always a show every time you come to the cage, and look, we know the type of competitor you are, we know the type of friend and father that you are, and on behalf of everyone, I want to say thank you for such a great career. Hey, what kind of words do you have for us, Clint?
I don't know, tonight didn't go my way. He hits hard. He hits fucking hard. So when he landed that first big shot, ground and pound, it landed right on my chin, and lights went out for a second, and when they came back on, he hit me with another one, and just couldn't recover fast enough. I've been in the game 14 years. I've had over 50 fights. I've fought my ass off for years, putting on shows for everybody, and I wanted to come out tonight and put on one good show and hang them up. But, God has other things in mind for me, so I don't get to pick everything, So I just got to take the loss like I do with my wins and just swallow them and move on, But I love all the fans and all the support I've gotten through all the years. I can't thank you guys enough. I can never repay you guys for the support you've given me. My wife and my son, I love you so much. You're the reason I do everything. I know my parents are here. I love you so much. I know it's rough for my mom to come here and watch this, watch me fight, but she supports me and she loves me, and I can't ask for anything more, So I'm not going to sit here and keep talking all night. My boy Josh Neal's got a title to win. So I'm going to let y'all watch Josh put in work tonight. And like I said, thank you so much, guys. I love you all so much. And I'm done. I'm on to the next chapter.
We're all looking forward to see what that brings you. Best. Clint Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, get loud.
Don't stop.
And here we are, the reason for the season. Brady Minner going up against El Tigre Josh Neal for the Caged Aggression welterweight strap. Brady Minner making his way into the cage, fighting out of Premier Combat Center, Nebraska City, Nebraska. His older brother is how he got into the MMA and as a way to continue his weight loss journey. He likes this matchup. He thinks it'll be a good fight. He feels his striking is overall on point. He is long and has a great reach advantage over most people. His grappling is good, and I'm a great overall fighter. Again, the people he looks up to, his older brother, Derek Minner. Then I really like the way how Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje fight. Interesting aspects of his career, stories. He took this fight on a 4-day notice while preparing to fight on November 11th.
And, you know, his brother Derek said he's in great shape. He's in fight shape. He's ready to go. And so, absolutely, we took it because, you know, this is Caged Aggression pay-per-view, and we're on it, buddy. So here come the Minner boys from Nebraska.
Yes. Very tough week. You know, I know as we talked about with many people who stepped into the cage, it's tough to, ideally you want to prepare for your fighter, their tendencies, their behaviors. Getting somebody thrown in at the last minute doesn't give you much time to adapt, to prepare for certain tendencies and behaviors. But as a professional, as a mixed martial artist, you are prepared to take the fight wherever it goes.
Yeah. You know, you've got to be able to adjust on the fly. You got to be able to look. You can look at somebody and figure out where they're at with their technique, what their tendencies are. You can figure that out pretty quick. You really can.
Yeah.
So game planning isn't that tough. You got to train for well-rounded fighters either way.
And Josh is no stranger to the cage as he makes his way into this Caged Aggression cage. El Tigre Josh Neal coming off several different very, very impressive performances. We've called several of his fights for the last couple years. The kid is growing, and he looks to utilize this platform of Caged Aggression and picking up a strap here as a way to get to the next level without obviously looking past his latest opponent here in Brady Minner. You had a chance to go out there and watch. We not only talked to him, but you went out and actually trained with those guys a little bit. Not just him, but Claire and that whole crew over with Tim and Hernandez.
Yeah, you know, and watching them and kind of seeing how things are going. They were looking great. Tim and Junior Hernandez, Timmy Hernandez, been helping a lot of people.
El Tigre Josh Neal, a fan favorite, obviously making his way to the Caged Aggression cage, trying to pick up that gold, but he has his work cut out for him tonight in a very tough Brady Minner. Tough family, as you said. You know, like I said, his brother is, you know, former UFC or is in the UFC right now.
In the UFC.
Yeah. Coming from some tough stock, so we'll see what El Tigre can do this evening. Coming out with a monstrous entourage. But again, as we've said many times tonight, they can't fight for you. Once that cage door closes, it is you and your opponent, mano y mano.
Yeah.
Lee Colvin, Eldred Nunn, Jordan Trowers. And quite the cast of characters there coming out with Josh Neal as he makes his final preparations to get in there to fight for the strap. This is the main event of the evening, topping off a very, very credible weekend of scraps. My voice is holding up, thank goodness. Last night was amazing, tonight is amazing, and as Pat said, maybe we can convince the El Jefe to do a little something before the New Year, or right after New Year.
New Year's Eve. I mean, let's do it.
So ladies and gentlemen listening around the world, get a hold of Mike Goodwin.
Yes, please.
And put some pressure on him to make this happen again before the New Year is out.
Message him, pound the message boards.
Yes, Twitter, he's everywhere. Facebook,
Eve,
Twitter, Mike Goodwin, Caged Aggression. Let him know how you feel so we can do this before, to bring in the New Year of 2022. And even if we don't, we will be back not too long into 2022. I believe March is the projected date, but I don't want to say anything definitively, but I believe that's when we're talking about going. But here we are tonight with the main event. Brady Minner, Josh Neal. This is the reason why we are here, folks, among the other incredible fights we watch. But of course, this is our main event of the evening.
And taking a look at Brady Minner here in the corner, he looks cool, calm, and collected.
Oh yeah, no, these guys are fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans live in attendance at the River Center and everyone else streaming live on pay-per-view around the world, this is our main event of the evening, scheduled for 5-minute rounds for the Caged Aggression Professional Welterweight Championship, powered by 7G Distributing Bud Light. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighed in at 174 pounds. He trains at Premier Combat Center and is sponsored by Twin J Transportation and Raglan Painting. Joining us from Nebraska City, Nebraska, Brady the Phoenix Minner. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands an even 6 feet tall and weighed in at 174 pounds. He trains at Summit Training Center and Delphs Pro Gym. He's sponsored by McCarl Family Racing, Better Basement Systems and Concrete, Alien Boy Boxing, Radon Solutions, Bear Straight Painting, Say Uncle Photography, and Frick's Tap, home of the official El Tigre After Party. Joining us from Davenport, Iowa, El Tigre, Josh Neal.
All right, gentlemen, you are fighting for the Caged Aggression Professional Welterweight Championship. We went over the rules in the back. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. And when I say break, break. Fight clean, fight fair, fight hard. Brady, do you have any questions? Josh, do you have any questions? Touch them up now if you wish.
Here it goes. This is our main event, about to get underway. Josh Neal, Brady Minner.
Oh, caught him early.
Good timing on that.
Minner came in with a big left, whiffed on that, and Neal counted him.
Keep picking away at those legs.
Yeah, you got to chop him down, big guy like that. You don't want him. You want to compromise his ability to move.
Minner likes to wrestle, remember, too.
Nice high kick there from Minner, blocked by Josh.
Switching that stance a little bit,
Absolutely.
caught him with that left.
Nice 1-2 there from Minner.
Yep, left him with the jab, so take that with you.
And I like that, you know. Sometimes he's leading with the right, sometimes he's leading with the left.
Yeah.
And again, Josh is no stranger to going into the deep waters, but let's see if we can survive this first couple rounds.
Here he is with that right lead, using his feet, using the leg kicks right there.
Nice inside leg kick from Josh, front kick from Minner.
Oh, nice right hand there by Neal. Backed him off.
Yep, Minner smile.
Nice shot.
That's never great.
Nope. Oh, big
Good
shot
leg
there.
kick.
Buckled the leg on Neal there.
Right above the knee.
Getting out of the way of that one.
I'll tell you what, he can release that from either side when he's got right leg or left leg in front.
And he's really good about switching them up.
Nice 1-2 there from Josh.
Josh needs to do more of that. Right down the middle. Cover the gap.
And he's in and out. He's avoiding Minner's counter punches.
Absolutely. He's doing a good job of getting in and out, as you said, JB.
And Minner's the kind of fighter, I mean, you know, the way he's built, how long he is, versatility. That's a difficult fight for anybody, dealing with somebody that long.
Yeah, without a doubt. I know his strength is wrestling, but he's definitely got some
jacking his
strength.
leg up here a little bit.
Yep.
He's going low calf kicks now. Josh needs to do more of that to him.
Sat him down.
He's a little off balance on that one.
That leg's getting trashed.
He's chopping
that
it.
leg's getting trashed.
You're right. That, you know what? I don't know how much he's going to have. He's going to have 2 or 3 leg
Try
kicks
the
to
knee.
go.
He looked low like he was going to kick him in the leg and then threw that knee. Tell you what.
You got to start checking those leg kicks, inside leg
You
kicks
have
from Josh.
He's got to turn the knee out quick.
Because he's definitely finding a
hole.
hole.
Buddy.
A little over 2 minutes left in this round. There it is.
Dude.
And that leg is shot. He might not even be able to stand.
That the shot before that would really did something to that leg.
He's trashing his leg right now, kicking it. Gotta block those.
Yeah, Josh needs to get better at checking those leg kicks there.
Josh got to land a big right hand. Oh, shit.
You're going to try to go for a takedown
Josh
here.
got the body lock.
Minute and 50 seconds left here in this first
Knee those
round.
legs. Knee those legs on the long guy. Knees to the legs.
Trying to set up a plum here. Dropping them knees is Minner.
Josh Neal trying to fight through adversity here. Crowd
Landed
Minner.
the elbow there on,
Yes, he
on the
did.
break.
Josh circling away from those leg
Another
kicks.
big leg kick. Make him stand if he can.
He can't. And there's
buddy.
something. He has that left leg has been compromised. Minner's going to start zeroing in on that leg. Ooh, nice attempt at a counter there.
Gotta check it. Gotta check it.
And Neal's leg is almost toast. You can see it right here.
Yeah.
He switched his stance a little bit to try to protect it, but
Neal
at the same time,
That's
another couple leg kicks, he might not be able to stand
an
again.
uphill battle right there.
Neal bleeding from his nose here. 50 seconds left here in this first round.
Rips on that leg kick.
At least he checked that
He dropped his arm to try and catch it. You got to be real careful. Tall guy kick you in the head real quick when you reach down.
Just missed on that leg kick.
Still Minner fire away. Ooh, nice right hand.
Hurt him.
Yeah, he rocked him.
Oh, goes for the head kick. Ducks under a little bit. Still kind of grazes him.
Josh
Minner
looking at
having
the
fun in
clock
there
there.
right now.
He leaned forward, pulled his legs backwards, and stuck his head out. I just
Going
fear
for that
something.
knee there. Going for a flying knee was Josh there.
20 seconds left in the first round.
Once you got a chink in the armor, everything else is wide open.
Josh with a shot there. 10 seconds left.
Minner should be using the heels to the calf right there.
Absolutely.
Reversing position up there against the cage.
Oh,
Brings
big
for an
elbow from
elbow.
Minner. All right, Josh makes it to the second round
He's
after that leg's
limping.
injured.
He's definitely limping on
Certainly
that leg.
a Brady Minner round.
Yes, yes.
He went to that leg again, and again.
Yeah.
And in the first 2 minutes of the round, really kept him guessing, switching up that stance, straight left, straight right, all there for Brady Minner.
Derek Minner violating all athletic commission rules with no gloves.
Uh-oh.
I said, do you really need to worry? It's your brother.
Well, in 2021, they might not actually be brothers. We might have to change the definition. You know, they're sibling persons.
Right.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well said,
and
sir.
there are
Well
those
said.
leg kicks. You know, 1,
There
2.
it is. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
He's definitely feeling the effects of those.
Take those posts out, man.
Brady Minner, yes, a man can't stand, he can't fight. Brady Minner definitely finding a home with those leg kicks.
There we were, trying to do replays, and you're going off.
I know. Trying to be entertaining over here. But these fights have been nothing but entertaining,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
especially in the second half. This is the first one to get out of the first round. And here we go. Head kick from Minner just misses in the opening
Minner
seconds.
looked like he was setting up for a spinning back kick there. Nice counter right hand.
Josh needs to protect that left leg and figure out how to catch him coming in when he's overconfident.
Brady doing a good job.
That's it, right there.
That left jab. Josh has got to make him pay when he misses on some of those shots. Josh with his own outside leg kick there.
Oh, that hurt him bad.
Yeah, he did. The leg is just gone. That could be it right there. That leg is just gone.
Fighting to get up here. I mean, he's got a circle right.
Pounding away. That left leg is no bueno.
He's going to go for a head kick here pretty soon.
Got him up against the cage. Big right body kick.
That was a groin shot. We heard the cup.
Josh needs to take advantage of this, in my opinion.
Take your 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, take your 5 minutes. See if you can rest that leg a little bit. Try to figure out how you're not going to lead with that leg and leave it less open for those shots. Because every time there's a connection, he's falling to the ground, leaving himself wide open for head strikes.
Whether it was a flush shot or not, the referee's giving him this time. Josh definitely needs to take advantage of it, as he is. That left leg, though.
You know, I just saw him right there. He was trying to balance on that left leg and put as much pressure on it as possible.
See, look at it. See the welt. It's already welting up, and Brady is just looking at it, going to zero in on that bad boy. He's locked and loaded on that left leg.
Let's go.
Like you said, Champ, you take one of those wheels away, man. It just changes your whole ability to fight.
You know, took that leg kick and didn't fall down.
Yep.
I think that one went a little higher, though.
A little more on the quad. Yeah, I think you're right.
And he stepped in a little bit on it while he was punching, so it didn't get into full speed.
Josh doing a good job now getting out of the way of those leg kicks. Ooh, big nice counter from left from Brady. Another leg kick.
3 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's see what Josh can do on top.
Sliding over the cage. Got to slide him over the cage. Minner's smiling down there. He's comfortable.
Yeah, this is his spot. This is where he is comfortable, as you said, Jim. 3 minutes left here in the second round in this championship scrap for the Caged Aggression welterweight championship. Josh Neal and Brady Minner taking this fight on 4 days' notice as he prepares for a November fight.
Sorry to interrupt.
No,
this again is where you should be calf kicking that leg. You know, just it would be awful. It would be absolutely awful for Josh.
Josh Truss tried to step over and get into, you know, half mount. Wasn't able to do it. Minner really making the adjustments on the bottom.
Just being in a long guy's guard is hell. Yes. If they know what they're doing, it is ridiculous.
All the weapons in the world.
Guy that's a good wrestler, good with jiu-jitsu from his back.
Not trying to step over to pass that guard there.
Well, he's in a half butterfly, and he keeps blocking off that left leg from overtaking, like you said, those longer guys. They keep those knees high.
Yeah.
They keep them right on the side of their body and unable for them to press over.
Neal in the guard of Minner right here with 2 minutes left here in this second round.
Neal's got to look to more than just taking this round, though. This is a perfect opportunity to find a way to either open up and do some ground and pound, or maybe get on top and find a submission. I mean, he needs to finish this fight, in my opinion. He's not going to be able to survive 3 more rounds on that leg.
No. Minner with a nice tight body triangle there, controlling the position.
Minner smart to push off the cage.
Good strike from the bottom from Brady Minner.
Yeah, bringing some elbows.
Cup in his ear. Open hand slaps to the ear.
That always feels great.
Yeah.
And there he is. And again, Josh Neal barely able to keep his balance coming up right there.
Left leg.
With that leg compromise, he just cannot fire off like he normally would. Big right hand.
Got to watch out for the knees, too, from the tall guy.
Josh going for another takedown. Wanting to keep this on the ground because
just not switching up. Head's on the outside. Now he's trying to lock the hands. He's got it.
Wow. Big takedown right there from Josh Neal right here in front of us. At 45 seconds here to go in round number 2. That takedown's going to help seal the deal. Rubber guard right here from
He might try to cross that over and get it across his neck. Yes, he's absolutely lanky enough to do that.
Sure.
Josh digging his head in.
Triangle.
Ooh, right there. Right there. Oh. Can he lock it tighter? It's not that tight
20
right now.
seconds.
He is tightening it up, though, right here.
Yeah, he's got that arm across the body.
And now it's looking a little worse.
Oh, he's got to go the other way, though. He's got to throw the left leg
Those
across.
elbows hurt from the bottom. Another elbow from the bottom. That really hurt him.
Key lock.
Oh, wow. Little under 8 seconds left. Josh trying to roll out of it.
Elbows are devastating as well. You know, that probably gets him the round.
Without a doubt.
This looked like a Josh Neal round, and in that last 30 seconds.
With that takedown, I thought so, but yeah.
Minner was so aggressive from the bottom, and not just with the submission attempt.
Right.
Those elbows were solid.
Without a doubt.
Again, fighting a long guy that can do that stuff to you from that far away, right?
You know, Josh Neal trying to make the adjustments, but every time he makes an adjustment, Brady Minner, he figures out how he can take advantage.
Josh does not come out to just set out to wrestle. He likes to stand up, right?
Yeah.
But now that, you know, these things have happened to his leg, all those kicks, he's making the adjustments like you said, Jason, and look at him, fell into that takedown.
Absolutely.
Attempt there. I mean, that's...
And, you know, we saw something similar when he was able to get up. Brady Minner was pushing off of him, and Josh Neal almost fell backwards.
So, Derek Minner is giving instructions to his brother, which I've been saying several times, because he almost landed it early on after he hurt his leg. Then he faked the low kick and brought his knee up and missed Josh's head barely.
We'll see if Brady Minner can capitalize on that, the way Pat Miletich has been saying to do in the last couple of rounds.
Here we start round 3.
He's gonna walk him.
Josh Neal staying in Minner's face here.
Josh has got to land a right hand in exchange for that kick. Lift his leg and blast away with that.
Make him pay for those misses.
Try and catch him and hurt him.
And I'll say this, we're only in the third round.
Takedown.
But both of these guys' gas tanks look pretty decent right now.
Josh is no stranger to the deep waters, and neither
Josh
is Minner.
working up, trying to work up the body. He needs to make sure. Watch it. Minner just slapping those ears.
Yeah.
Josh got to keep moving up.
Josh is doing good with the takedown, but needs to capitalize on this position.
Minner with some open hand slaps from the other side.
Staying busy from his back, without a doubt.
Grabbing that wrist. Neal still trying to push him up against that cage. Looking to posture up here. Trying to step over that leg. Try to get into half guard, but I don't see it happening.
I think he's really needing a...
Got to watch those elbows that are going to come across.
Well, and he's trying to hold him down because he knows if he does anything where he loosens up his grip around his hips and stuff. They passed here. Let's see what he's got.
Looking at that neck for a second.
They're able to control the wrist and get out.
Both fighters back to their feet.
Around to the cage.
Position. Yep, Josh back up against the cage. Minner pressing him.
Is he going to start kneeing the leg?
There he goes. Right as you said it, champ.
Attack that calf from there, even, like I said.
Trying to create that... Oh, trying to get another takedown there is Josh. But,
full mount. This is bad news
yeah,
with 3 minutes to go. Bad news.
Big elbow.
Big elbows. This could be the beginning of the end. Josh Neal is going to have to find a way out right now.
Those elbows are nasty.
Yes, they are.
Josh has got to hit an escape.
And with having
that's what Minner's looking. Elbow. Here we go. That last elbow really hurt him. This could be the beginning of the end.
And having that
He's giving up his back. I think it's over.
At 2:36 in round number 3. Brady Minner with an impressive victory over El Tigre Josh Neal.
And Brady Minner, as we knew, is for real.
Without a doubt.
The new Caged Aggression champion, folks.
Taking this fight on 4 days' notice.
Great fight, though.
Josh Neal showed a lot of heart. You know, he knew he was
with a bad wheel.
Yeah. He knew he was in trouble after that first round. He went for those takedowns. He went for that ground and pound. He
like
tried.
You said.
Yes, absolutely.
Very gutsy performance from Josh Neal, and I expected nothing less. as this incredible evening of scraps comes to an end. We have a new Caged Aggression welterweight champion in Brady Minner after a very game and tough performance from Josh Neal. Nothing to be ashamed of, obviously. Like you said, champ, once that wheel's gone, it really compromises your ability to execute your offense.
Yeah,
you know, the move around, mobility, the whole nine.
Well, you got to get creative when you get hurt. You know, you think about Lee Colvin breaking his arm last night and still hanging in there and
without
winning.
a doubt.
Not being able to walk hardly, having that ginger of a leg and that tender. I mean, I'm telling you, those muscles are they're so easy to hurt. And if you kick wrong, if you turn your leg over too much and they check your kick, you can destroy that part of your leg. It's a horrible pain because I've felt it before. It's not fun. And the pressure in that, the swelling can get bad where they have to actually drain it or cut it open to let the pressure out.
Here is the final word from our ring announcer, Jason Vargas.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Bruce Allen, has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 23 seconds into round 3, declaring your winner by TKO and new Caged Aggression professional welterweight champion, Brady Minner. All right, come on over, champ. We're here with your winner and new Caged Aggression professional welterweight champion, Brady Minner. Brady, first of all, man, congratulations on the tough win. Hey, I know it's never an easy task stepping in the cage with El Tigre. Tell us how it feels wearing that belt now.
Oh, man. Well, I got the call on Tuesday night to take this fight, so for everybody, you guys booing, 4-day notice, 20 pounds, 6-hour drive, let's go. I love it. As soon as I got the call, all I could picture was the belt around my waist. There was no other outcome. There was no other decision.
So, Brady, you and I talked a little bit right before we started this. I noticed you smiling every time you got hit. I noticed you smiling every time you did the hitting. Tell the fans what you told me. Why are you smiling so much during a fist fight?
Man, I love this shit. I like getting hit. I like hitting people. It's a family affair with me and my family, so the more violence, the better with me.
Well, hey, before I let you get to the celebration, let us know what's next.
What? I got one more fight coming up. I took this actually when I was preparing for a fight at the beginning of November. So this was just a little pit stop on that. I'm hoping to take that fight and then hopefully end up on Dana's contender series if I can get on his radar. Yeah.
Well, anyone you want to mention or anyone you want to thank before I let you get to it?
Yeah, I got a bunch of sponsors. First off, my brother, Derek Minner. He's my lead Wolfpack. He leads me into battle every time. My friends, my teammates back at Premier Combat Center, my wife, who I had plans with for like a month, and then I got this call. And well, when duty calls, you got to call it. So, and then I got a bunch of sponsors: Twin J Transportation, Chris Coach at Tattoo, the Vapor Barn in Nebraska City, BSC Performance and Auto Repair, Luke Williams with Henry Motors, The Wheel, PP's General Contracting, Higley Chiropractor, Hardy Repair LLC, Raglan Painting, Good Vibes Vinyl, RNC Construction, Savage Ruthless Clothing, Van Dorn Nutrition, and Jones Law. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for booing me. I love it.
And very impressive on reading my handwriting. Let's hear it one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for the new Caged Aggression professional welterweight champion, Brady the Phoenix Minner.
Thank you.
All right, come on over, Josh Neal. First of all, Josh, man, appreciate the performance. Hey, always a show every time El Tigre steps in. Hey, talk to the fans for a moment. What's on your mind?
I just want to tell everybody that bought tickets, bought the pay-per-view, supported me through this run I've been on and everything. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. It didn't go the way we planned tonight at all. But hey, that's what this sport's full of, ups and downs, man. Just a small bump in the road, but best believe I'll be back. And we'll be at the top one day or very soon. Don't give up on me now. Shouts out to Brady. Fucking tough as nails, man, to take on 2-day notice, 3-day notice, whatever it was. It was definitely a whole different look that I needed, or that was presented to me. But hey, as a fighter, you got to take it and roll with the punches. And unfortunately, I came up short. But I love every single one of you. Thanks for Caged Aggression. Thanks for the opportunity. We'll be back.
Well, hey, let's not forget this either, Josh. It takes a champion's heart to answer the call and not say no like you did tonight. So anyone you want to thank or anything you want to mention before you get to the after party?
All my teammates, everybody in my corner, Zach Jr., Sean, Tim Hernandez at the house, my promotion, Dream Sports Management, or my management. Yeah, just thank you all. As you know, it will still be the after party at Frick's. It ain't going to be as celebratory as we want, but we're still going to turn up. We're still winning in life.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for El Tigre, Josh Neal. All right, thanks again, once again, to you, the fans, for making this such a great weekend. The two-night event, Caged Aggression 32, no limits. Hey, the lights are getting ready to go down here. Don't forget, join us just one block away at Ruby's for the official Caged Aggression 32 after party, where we'll be giving away all of our performance awards, knockout of the night, submission of the night, and of course, fight of the night. That's all just one block away, right over at Ruby's. This is our last show of the year. We'll see everyone right back here at the start of 2022.
All right.
That is how we do that. Wow, we culminate an incredible weekend with some incredible scraps, some new champions, some upsets, some incredible submissions, incredible matchups. Boys, what's the debrief?
Well, I mean, let's talk about those last 5 fights a little bit. Break them down. Corey Noble doing quite well against Claire Schneckloff.
Very impressive stoppage there, that
Great
first
flurry,
round.
right?
Yes, yes. Claire's definitely improving, but, I mean, obviously Corey proved to be just a little bit too much for her. Going into the next one, Jared Brown, very impressive first-round submission against very tough Kai Brunk. I mean, the whole evening tonight, I mean, I just can't even really, Brant Cooper, very impressive first-round win against a guy with, 20 TKOs and KOs, Muay Thai, and an incredible striker.
Yeah.
Scott Wirtz. Coming in and taking out Clint Anderson that first round in Clint Anderson's retirement fight. Clearly not the way he wanted it to go.
Wirtz showing a lot of power and good wrestling, good control, and big ground and pound.
Yeah, very impressive victory. And in our main event, Brady Minner coming in, 3-4 days notice. He was training for a fight in November, but, you don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
Sure.
Comes in and, takes out Josh, and I believe that was the second round.
Yeah, no,
third round.
Third round. So let's talk about, I'm impressed with the fact that Neal, his leg was hurt early on.
Early.
Right?
First round, probably 3-4 minutes into the fight.
Yeah. So that's something for him to be able to survive that long and try and figure out a way to beat this guy, because Brady Minner is a tough Rubik's Cube to figure out, right?
When he was in no stop mode. I mean, he was just
He was
firing on
switching
all
up
cylinders.
stances. He was getting there with the striking. When he was in mission control, he was very comfortable on his back. He had big elbows from the bottom, even when he was going for submissions. Brady Minner's a beast.
Yeah.